Thank you, Clive, for the rain.
I'm Pickle Rick!
What's up, everybody? Anus!
Yeah, I ain't doing that. What's up, everybody? How you doing this evening? And again, thanks to BigClive for the Twitch raid. Welcome to Live After Clive. I hope your week is going well, and I hope you didn't fucking melt on the first half of it, or, well, any of it, because it was quite the cooker here. Anyway, we had some of the early crew in here. We got Joe Russ was here early, Frankie78, Gassy Masher. Let's see, who else can I find? Mr. S, I'm sure Phil in the kitchen was in there somewhere. Lock Watcher, what's up? Boop, boop, scroll. Clive C, Kurt, Spudley1, Switch Mouse, Jacques Attack, Rob Stooge, what's up, Cookie Software, Graham Shaw. Did I say mouse? I think I said mouse in the house. What's up, Brandino? I always want to say Brandino. The Weasel is here. What's up, Josh? C2S. Boink. We got a bunch of people. Delta Engine. Our queen, Liz Edwards, is here. Redneck Atheist with the penis, with the leet penis, I should say. That's leet penis. Good Wizard. Shalom to you, too. Oh, and there's Chris. Mr. AKK. Where's Benji? Is Benji in here? What's up? What is it? Kebab face. I dig it. I dig it. All right. Actually, I could go for a good fucking kebab. I ain't gonna fucking lie. All right. Let's, I guess first let's do a quick toast to Clive. Appreciate the raid. Appreciate everybody swinging by. Phil has gone missing for him. Is that why I haven't been seeing him? Okay. Thanks there, sir, for the follow. Much appreciated. We just hit 1,500 last week, so now we have to start anew. And yes, Benji is here. So Benji, just so you know before you ask, yes, we have, I don't know if you saw this past couple times I showed it, but yes, we do have, we have black and orange. Benji likes orange stuff. Appreciate that, Charlie. And inside we have, they're not orange, but I mean, they're kind of gold. Okay, we'll wait for that to go. There you go. Woo! Maddie, what's up, buddy? You're on their Twitch side as well. Oh, and yeah, real quick, just for those that were paying attention, the mystery cap from Engine Night, I did figure out finally it is for the radiator if you don't have another thing to use for an open system, but we got the clear thing. I don't know. I'll tell you Wednesday when we start plumbing that all together. What's up, Rifleman? The Pianoman Rob Worrell is here. Vince UK, Zap. My rudeness is always here, of course. I think I said Pancake Man. All right. Why don't we take a phone call? Yellow. We'll probably start the engine in 2, maybe 3 weeks. Yeah, next week we'll get all the plumbing done because we finally got our I don't even know where they are. Our microscopic pack. So next week we'll do plumbing, and probably the week after that we'll do all the soldering. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. All right. All right, cool. Thanks. Cheers, everybody. Oh, this is strawberry cheesecake. Joint custody. Actually, I'm currently not in custody of any joints, but I do have lots of flour and I have lots of cones. So I have. Okay, we'll say this. We'll say this, and it's probably not going to be quite correct, but as nerdly as I can possibly come up with, I potentially have joints. I kinetically do not. Does that make any fucking sense? Or am I just too stoned because I've been getting fucking baked all day? Oh, and as far as audio experiments go, like I had a thing up there. We're gonna try something real quick while we still got people on Twitch because they're dropping fast, and I get it. And then we'll get into the VertoThermoWhoofle here in a minute. Twitch. So obviously, I'm guessing everybody has sound, burp. Yeah, okay. Everybody can see me on Twitch. Everyone can hear me on YouTube. We're going to try something. I'm going to play a music track. Tell me if you can hear it on YouTube. And tell me if you can hear it on Twitch. Because I am going to be messing with some stuff. I'm going to be reconfiguring a whole lot of stuff here. So here we go. I'm going to play just a couple seconds of music. You tell me if you can hear it. What the hell is this? Oh, okay. He actually sings and stuff. Okay. So, did you hear anything? C2S can hear it. Mouse can hear it. Franco can. Okay. So this part, that experiment was just to help me understand tracking in OBS because it mystifies me. One of them things where like you can just figure all kinds of shit out, but for some reason that mystifies me. So good. But in OBS right now, YouTube is my main account. That's the one that's in OBS. Other than that, the Twitch stream is through a plugin, through, what is it, Atom? Multi-stream plugin. But in Atom, since Twitch is my secondary account, I don't get the full benefits of OBS Twitch. So since there's no special benefits for YouTube, I'm going to, after this stream, I'm going to completely blow out my fucking OBS. Set up Twitch as my main stream. YouTube is my secondary stream. It'll still be the same quality and all that shit. But then at times I'll be able to run copyright music in the background on Twitch and not on YouTube because you can run audio back, the audio soundtrack on Twitch and you don't get copyright struck because then when it saves a video, it drops that special track out. So games and stuff, you'll have the option of watching it on YouTube or watching it with background audio, music or whatever on Twitch. So another way that this dual streaming thing is going to, I don't know, I hate to use this word because it gets used too fucking much, but diversify the stream. So now you'll have options of background music or not. I'm not going to run background music like on Saturday nights, but like gaming, the Lego nights where we usually have like, when it'll basically be set up on YouTube, you'll hear stuff outside. On Twitch, you'll hear stuff outside. And actually, on Twitch, I'll probably have said if I can get the track set up right, you won't hear the microphone outside. You'll only hear the soundtrack in the background. Because when I did that little experiment Wednesday, appreciate that kebab face, make me all hungry and shit. But we talk about food here all the time. But that little clip I played of fucking copyright-free dinner music at the end of the MRE stream on Thursday, they fucking got me for copyright. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'll run music on Twitch. Fuck YouTube. Let them figure it out. They should do the same fucking thing, but I'm sure they're getting too much bullshit from copyright companies, or Twitch doesn't care, but I don't know how the fuck that works. Anyway, so good. That works. Well, yeah, very low. Yeah, it shouldn't have been real loud. Okay. But we'll play with that later. Like I may do a test stream later, and if I do, it'll probably be like Scum or whatever. Like we'll tweak it and test it, and then I'll probably play Scum or something. Because I actually got back everything we lost when we got shot by the NPCs outside of the base, but I've since gone, or outside of the trader, but I've since gotten back to the trader, gotten more stuff, and now we're halfway back to base. But anyway, it's time for a VertoThermoWhoofle. So why don't we do that? Zoop. Did I miss any? No, I got all the followers. And I'll, of course, appreciate the followers and the subscribers and anybody clicking buttons. Buttons are fun. Yeah. I still, why? Or no, I did fill this up. It just doesn't want to work. Is it working today? Hello, lighter. Hello, lighter. It puts the butane in the nozzle. I guess this is just fucking clogged. Because it just doesn't seem like it's quite enough ass coming out of it. Anyway, alright. Let's see. Number one. Number one for Freddy. Ooh. Recalibration. One over here. This is the one for chat. Set chat on fire. Yeah. One for the cobwebs. And there is definitely absolutely char starting to build up on the lens, the little flower, I don't know what the fuck, the lens things, the fucking light fixture things, the two that are still up there. Like there's absolutely like a little bit of char on the edge around them. How my hands don't, God, my hands are always so fucking weird how they get just certain cold. I should be a cat, then I'd be all cool. All my fur would be all neat colored. Be a pointed cat. Anyway, what are we doing here? Got people sending some stuff in. That's cool. Shade thing. Yeah, the glass shade. Fucking God. No. Thing. I'm in high heel steel toed cat boots. In, not I'm in. Okay, actually, DC Allen, are you really wearing high heel steel toe? I mean, I'm sure they're out there. I haven't really looked. Light doohickey thingamajigs. Yeah, I got that one. I got that one. I got, well, actually, no, you can kind of see the Christmas tree. Hold on, let me get this off of my screen because that is terrible. That's not much better, but that'll work. All right, so we got the VertoThermoWhoofle. We got the cheers out of the way. We got the tool things going on. Talked about the engine. Nothing really new cool came in this week that we haven't already talked about. I don't know. For some commonality, the P things Clive was talking about, if you're watching Clive's stream, the little test strips, like I bought them when, like, not too long after he did that stream a while ago, and I use them every once in a while. Just throwing that out there. Like every once in a while, if I just feel weird, I'll go, okay. Thermocam the cats, please. We could probably... I would have to figure out how to set that up, but we could. I would probably have to order a cable, but that's whatever. We might be able to do that. If we do that, we'd have to skip the VertoThermoWhoofle. We would just have to do standard woofles that day. Easily, I should say, but we might be able to do a thermal pussies and pianos. Like, is that what we want to do? Do we want to try see if I can come up with a thermal pussies and pianos here in the next couple weeks? Order a cable in here. Or am I wearing trousers? No, I'm wearing shorts. Commando. I don't wear like underwear when I'm in the house. I just wear shorts. Just free ball it. Makes pissing easy. You just pull up a pant leg, just hang it out and piss. It's fucking great. Really sure the kitties would be mostly insulated. Not as insulated as you'd think, redneck atheist. Meaning, like, they put out a lot of heat and they look very weird. Thermal cats. Yeah, not thermal Rob. Unless Rob, well, Rob, we'd have to. Rob has, let's see, he's got the the nuclear spectrometer. So he might be able to do like a nuclear Pussies and Piano recording, and we could do the thermal one and just make it look like everything has gone to shit, which, I mean, in a week or two, who knows? Oh, fuck, hold on, I just remembered something. I gotta check something here. Hold on, I'm sorry, folks. Give me 1 second. Just talk amongst yourself. I forgot to check something this week. I gotta go into my settings in YouTube real quick. So we're gonna go down here. Weird cats, a gamma spectrum. Oh, gamma spectrum. Okay. The nuclear remix. What's up, Delta Mike? Setting. No, that would be YouTube Studio. Then settings. And then I don't know. Let's see. Channel. Where is? Oh, there it is. Okay, we're good. All right, sorry. Anyway, who wears short shorts? I wear short shorts. Yeah, I don't really do short shorts. I wear boxer briefs if that counts. No, I get, but I mean, I don't like wear them out. Like I have actually, well, no, I can't really say that. I have walked out to check the mail wearing boxer briefs and like a flannel shirt. So I don't care. As long as my shit isn't hanging out, you know. What band, quiz question, what band was Jules Holland in? I don't know. Here you go. There you go. There's our question. Some 80s Daisy Dukes, says Weasley Wheeze. Yeah, that, don't really see that happening. Squeeze? I've heard of that band. Okay. Squeeze? I've heard of the band Squeeze. What's up, Sasha Blue? I think I said hi to DCL, Chris Probert, Rob Stooge. Mouse is a pussy from behind. Mouse. Not mouse is a pussy from behind called a vaginder from behinder. Vaginder from behinder. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And you know squeeze. So you're squeezing the vaginder from behinder? All right. Sounds like we're squeezing some juice. Or whatever the fuck that was. Pauly Shore shit. I'm too old to remember Pauly Shore at this point. God, is he still alive? Like, does he actually make any money anymore? Or is he like, welcome to McDonald's, can I help you? With so kind of thing. Not Weasel Box, like the Weasel, not our Weasel. You know what I mean. What's up, Web Debbie? And the big song Hourglass. I'd probably know it if I heard it. He owns comedy clubs now. Okay. He owns the Comedy Store. Okay, so he's just, all right, gotcha. That's cool. Like, I haven't heard anything about him. That's why I'm like, Weaselbox, you're saying you are the Wheeze? Okay, so apparently that's actually, that's the Wheeze, which is strange because, yeah, anyway. Twitch is a pain in the ass. I'll be happy if I can get the login sorted out without needing an email. Why isn't it simpler like YouTube, just logging straight back in when opening a YouTube tab? They do the, what's it like? I think it's every month you have to re-log in. But if you have it set up right, like, I don't know, unless it's different. See, I don't know, on PC, let's see, on my mobile app, I never have to re-log in. On PC, I used to. But then when I started streaming on Twitch, I no longer have to log in. which may be an option in there. I don't know. But I no longer have to log into Twitch on my browser that I can think of. If it happens, I'll let you know. Like, maybe I'm just so fucking used to it, I don't remember. But on my Fire Stick, I have to log in like once a month, which is just annoying. But I just have it go right through the phone thing, and it just verifies through the phone, so it's pretty quick. See you later, Frankie78. Where does our current Frank level? Are we 2 out of 3 right now? Looks like. All right, so we'll be low on Frank, but still have some Frank around. Good, that's all right. All right. Steve Adlers, I'm on PC and haven't had to log into Twitch since I created my account. Yeah, I think there's an option in there somewhere. I have no idea, and I don't know if it's different. And like, I thought you had to have Twitch Turbo to be able to turn your phone off and still hear Twitch, like you can do with YouTube Premium. But apparently you might be able to do that without Twitch Turbo, because I found settings for it. I don't know. We can't share Fire Stick accounts anymore. They're cracking down on that shit. Annoying. Yeah, luckily I don't have it. I only have, let's see, I have the 4K in the living room. I guess it's, or the 4K Max, like I guess they'd probably call it the first gen at this point. I have no idea. Like 4K Max stick in the living room on the 4K TV, and then I have the regular Fire Stick TV, I think the 2022 model version, in the bedroom. And then upstairs in the Ronnie's room is a fucking Chrome, whatever the Chrome thing is, the 4K version. I don't even remember what the fuck those things are called anymore. I haven't actually turned that thing on in years. What's the Chromecast? That's it. Some 4K version of the Chromecast upstairs. I find the Fire Stick to be very fucking annoying because it does not work great with MB, like my media server thing. So a lot of the higher bitrate movies, it'll be like, yeah, send it on over. I can handle 80 megs a second, like off of like, you know, like some of the big movies I have. And then it can't process it fast enough. So then you get skip. So you have to force down to like 10 megs a second on some of the movies. But I don't really know what to do that's simpler and a little bit better besides a whole fucking PC. And I don't feel like doing a PC, like even like a small thing. It just fucking annoying. But we'll see. Things get better. Things change. I'm kind of would love the, what's the NVIDIA one? The media box, the old ass one that still works for a lot of things. What is it? Is it a Steam Deck? The Steam Deck? Is that what that is? The NVIDIA or whatever the fuck it is? Is it NVIDIA? But I'd love for them to come out with a new version of that, even though the current version's like okay, but the current version's also like almost 10 years old. But no, I just do a lot of I mean, I mostly watch YouTube, Twitch, and my media server. The Shield, yeah, the Shield, that's it, the Shield. Thank you there, Felon. Yeah, that thing, like, it's old, but apparently it still works pretty well, but I just can't see spending full price on really old. Barely, like, I know, I'm sure there's been slightly upgraded versions, but I can't see paying full price for something that should really have been thing. Is TiVo still a thing? God, I have no idea. Like, I'm fine with the media setup I have. The media server, like, it works great. I've been using it for years. Like, I bought it because it just works good. I actually use it every once in a while when I'm out of the house because I do have a fucking maze of fucking complication to get into it. But it's just the fine. Like, I never remember having any problem like that with the Chromecast. But at this point, I gotta figure out whatever the next thing I buy. I just needed to have a goddamn remote. That's the other thing. That was the thing. Oh, that's why I went to Fire Stick. That is why I stopped using the Chromecast, because they didn't have remotes yet. Like, I don't want to be forced to use my phone to fucking watch television. The reason I want to watch television is so that my phone can be out of my fucking hands. So that's why I would like a remote. Sorry, I'm old. I don't need to stare at my phone fucking 20 hours a day. Uh-oh. What's Jack Attack talking? What do we miss from Jack Attack? Here we go. Why can't I see it? Good lord. What's the body temperature of a tantrum? Lukewarm. Good lord. Chrome Cracker. Sky Stream. Yeah, I'll have to figure something out. Back in the 80s, Cyndi Lauper says, this is from Pancake Man. Cyndi Lauper was the singer, really? Was the singer for the Pee Wee Herman show theme. Hard to use the name Ellen Shaw. Oh, but had to use the name Ellen Shaw to hide it from her record company and the public. That's weird. I always kind of thought that voice sounded ish like her. That's a funny little tidbit to know. Hey, Frank Nitobetty. We almost had full Frankage. Okay, well, at least we got 2 out of 3. How you doing, buddy? Cookie Software. Twitch between phone and home PC asks me every time when PC is hardwired to them. That's weird. Because I can run both. I get when Clive is streaming before my stream, I pull Clive up on one window and I mute it, and then I pull him up on my phone with the audio on so that his audio doesn't. It's just easier. I could set it up so that his audio wouldn't come through the stream, but like why bother when I just can listen to it here? But I leave his window open so I can do the paste thing of pasting my link for everybody. Well, and for him. What's up, Elvira's dog? Welcome. Why does it smell like BO in here? Like I just took a shower. God, that's weird. I don't know. Maybe I should have put like way more deodorant on or something. Anyway, sorry. I'll just keep like, what the fuck, man? I'll have to smoke a lot of pot so I smells better in here. Frank says doing well. First day at the parts sales counter and only hung up. Okay. Who got hung up? Oh, only hung up on 3 customers. Oh, that's good. That's a good count. Shit. At least you got through some of them. Cyndi Lauper equals Elmer Fudd's daughter. That's pretty close there, Rob. That's not bad. Not bad. I keep having those sorry I'm old moments myself. Yeah, that's Twitch is gonna get an ad here in about 50 seconds, folks. Once that ad is done, we'll go into and see what some viewers have sent in for us to check out this week. But I'll let the ad finish first. Looks like that'll time the next ad out just before Pussies and Pianos, so that should work out good. Like, I'm about to go, like, change my fucking... Like, I may actually go change my shirt during Pussies and Pianos and get some extra deodorant on. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just weird. A good fart will fix the BO odor problem, says Red Dwarfer. That is true, but I don't know if if any of the fart lords are watching. They'd probably have to help me with that because I'm currently not loaded for beef, as it were. Pussies in Pianos. Oh, there goes the ad, I think. Should be. Yeah. Anyway. Toot. Oh, yeah. Top of the hour. Toot shit. And everybody just went to, well, not everybody. A couple of people. Some people. I don't know. Some of y'all. Let's finish the phone for the top of the hour. Toot. Let's find a good side. Tuck that in. All right. Cheers, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out and watching. really, man. Like, what is going on? Deltic Engine, I have sensitive skin and can't wear deodorants or antiperspirants. I've found one solution though. Hand sanitizer works a treat and happens to be relatively very cost effective. Yes. Deltic, funny you should mention that. Like once a week I will take rubbing alcohol or hand sanitizer and rub it in your armpits because like when you bathe, you know, as in case you don't know, but I assume most of you probably know, the BO from like, you know, most of your body BO is not anything but the poo of the bacteria that like to live there. So when you wash, you're washing their waste away and you're killing, you know, as much of them as you can. But if you use hand sanitizer once a week, it also helps kill a lot more of them as well. Like get out of the shower, dry off, don't put any deodorant on, make sure you're all nice and dry, and then hit that once you're dried up. Then let it go for like, you know, 10 minutes and then put deodorant on if you can wear deodorant. But that helps kill even more of them. It's funny, you can do that and like you won't smell BO for a while even if you don't put on deodorant because it kills everything from producing the dew. But yeah, that does help kill them more than just bathing sometimes. Just throwing that out there. Unless you are breeding alcohol-resistant bacteria, says Delta Mike. Yeah, that could be its own problem. Just get naked and lay on the floor, and the cats will clean you in no time. They may. They might. Boy, I'm late. Was in your mom forking shit up. There you go. You got to spell it right there. There's just you know. But yeah, that's always fun. Having a good time there, hopping on my mom, hopping on your mom. That's good. Somebody went on there. Christ. I'm halfway. Well, actually, I'm probably about a sector from where I'm going to set up base in B2. I think it is. Frank Notability says, I use an aluminum-free deodorant that has alcohol in it. Usually works for 2 days. Yeah, I get the aluminum-free stuff. That's the gel, like the blue gel. Which I find it really weird. I don't, unless I'm totally missing something, I find it unusual that most deodorant bar manufacturers do not tell you if it's fucking the white shit or the blue shit. Like, just tell me, is it whatever you want to, is it chalky shit or is it the hard gel stuff? Like, I don't understand why they don't. So I just know you turn it over and look. If you see aluminum something something, then it's the white stuff. Or if it says aluminum free, then it's the blue stuff. Or if you turn it around and it's like one of the top ingredients that I look for is like glycerin. Like if you see that, but you don't see aluminum, then you know it's like the blue gel stuff. So just throwing that out there in case you're as confused by the dumb shit as I am. Antiperspirant is white, deodorant is blue. Is that actually what I'm missing here? The difference between, because because the white shit is fucking crazy absorbent. The reason I don't like using it, because when you go to take a shower, like you can feel it like just won't wash away at first because it's just sucking all the water and all the moisture out of the soap. It's just a pain in the ass to fucking so like clean. Like I always feel like I don't get it all off and that just feels weird. But I do use that. I do have Arid double extra dry, like extra dry, that I use if I know it's going to be a real swampy one out there. I'll fucking spray it a little behind the old balls just to help with some swamp ass. Just another tip from your Uncle Scruff. I've been doing that for it's almost 30 years. A little. I've had the white powdery stuff actually make me start peeling. Yeah, I don't really like that. But I just, you know, so I have to look at next time I just bought deodorant, but next time I buy that, I have to look. Let's actually see if that's what I've been missing. It's just the wording. Because, yeah, that's the same thing as saying Xerox and copy machine. Like, in my head, maybe antiperspirant and deodorant just kind of, in my head, were the same thing, but obviously they're not. One just keeps the stink down, one keeps you from sweating. Or, well, dries up the sweat. Jack Attack asks, did you hear that the devil is going bald? Yeah, there's going to be hell to pay. Good lord. DC Allen. Is DC Allen? Where DC Allen? Read. Okay, probably too far right. Come back. Come bring it back. Bring it back. Still not seeing it. Where's DC Allen at? Someone said good night, DC. Where? Why don't I see that? I'm usually pretty good at. Well, oh, there's DC Allen. I guess no. There's a cheers. There it is. Probably took over to right. I'm off the bed. Catch you later. Okay. Well, good night if you're still here. Holy shit. Call me Gonk. But instead of Elvira's dog, like actually call you Gonk. If that's what you mean, I will do my best to remember that. Any deodorant can be full body deodorant if you put it everywhere. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Rifleman, plugging your sweat glands is better. Jesus. Plugging your sweat glands is generally a bad idea. Yes. That's why I don't use the stuff much, because I know that's just whatever the fuck it is. Aluminum-y stuff. Zen says, I've used the Degree 72-hour stuff, can confirm. Fragrance only lasts a few hours, but you don't smell for 3 days. I used to use Degree, but for some reason, I think where I go to get it, they don't have stuff. Put in your teeth. Yeah, I gotta get better glue for my teeth. Not yet, but I'm sure that's coming soon enough. I already lost one of them. I'll show you that. That happened. Right, when did that happen? Was it end of last year? I was eating a sub, and then at the end of it, I'm like, why does everything feel weird? Why is there a big hole there? Oh, well. Let's see. Thick Engine says, unfortunately, I can't wear either. If I try, I get a very painful reaction where my skin bubbles up like a pizza with red bubbly rash. Yeah, that's an allergic thing, pretty sure. Holy crap. Need to get back to Aldi and get some Jaffa cakes. I feel like I've had Jaffa cakes before. I know we've talked about that. Speaking of luck, let's see what we got here. Where does it start here? There we go. Chocolate chip, scrambled eggs on the side with cheesecake dip and sausage on the side. Yeah, this morning I had sausage gravy on toast with scrambled eggs. Really good. Bottom capture. So from Lock. First we have these, looking good. I was going to get some chocolate chips, but they didn't have the dark chocolate chips I normally get at Food Line, which they normally don't. I just happen to go to Food Line because it's right next door to the Chinese food place I go to. Standard stack money shot. Those look. Why do these look on? I feel like those look a little denser than you usually make. A little skinnier, not as poofy. Did you add a little too much water, maybe? I don't know why. That looks different to me. Giant stack to make everyone hungry. Good pour, good presentation. The butter's right. It's a good amount. Pretty good amount. Somebody's in advertising, you know what I'm saying? There you go. Now, new crop of Honey Crisp apples. Those are probably not very crispy. These are probably pretty squishy. I can't advance. And recent Vala catch survived and released. Hey, little buddy. Wow. Everything good? Were they bringing you the friend, or were they trying to eat the squirrel? I guess that's the question there. Would you look at that sexy dribble of syrup? Yeah, Kebab knows what's up. He looks like a friendly little guy. That's a funny looking cat. Yeah, I don't think that's a cat there, Pianoman. A little squirrely. Little squirrely poo. Alright, let me see here. Let me swing those back and we'll see what's over here. From Chris, we have a little fuzzy, a little not so fuzzy buddy, and then a fuzzy buddy. He's a little snaky. Looks like his jaw's out of whack. That they just eat. Are you scallywags? It looks like his jaw's popped out. Yeah, I gotta feed Rahime here. I just picked up some snacks for her. Was a bit stunned, regained, and okay. That's good. What do you call a woman one leg shorter than the other? Eileen, of course. My workplace got rid of leaded solder. Lame. So I grabbed a couple spools, probably enough to last my life. Yeah, that's a significant amount. Even the cat looked surprised. Like, what the fuck? Are you trying to replace me with solder? That makes, actually, if you put, see, if you stack those two on those two, and then that one and that one on those two, and then those two next to each other, they're probably as big as the cat, maybe bigger. So yeah, I'd be worried too if I was the kitty. That's a good amount of solder there. I've thought about getting about that much before, but I'll figure it out. Amazon and eBay will always, and fucking AliExpress will always have leaded solder, so that's not a big deal. And we got here, currently at the bench finishing up a dim bulb tester. I know some fucking dim bulbs they could test. Yeah. Let's see. Currently testing polarity and resistances and tidying wire spaghetti before buttoning up. Dim bulb testing. I work with a couple of dim bulbs. I like it. Oh, I like you got the good terminating ends there too. That's cool. Remember, never put soldered ends into screw terminals because solder is soft and it'll take that tension from the screw holding it, and eventually it'll just squish out and you'll get a loose connection, which means you constantly got to keep torquing it until all the solder is eventually quote squished out of the way and like you're just on the metal, but that takes like a long time. So you use the she can hardly see. There you go. So you use these guys right here. You crimp or solder these on however you want to do it. And then you just have these that stick out and you put those in your screw terminals. That, and it keeps you from like putting the wire in, fucking up the wire if you got to undo it a couple times, especially if you're testing stuff. But yeah, that's a great way to terminate copper ends. These little, I don't know, what are they called? I don't even know, what are they called? Terminal, like obviously they're terminal ends, but I mean, you have like spade connectors, male and female, different connectors. What are those specifically called? Then put the cat in the basket. No kitty in basket. Well, actually, every time I put a basket on the floor, all of them take a turn in it. Nearly time to break out the label maker. There you go. Insert ding dong here. What we got here? In case everyone's going to steal your design now. IEC panel mounted switched sockets. IEC mounted switched. Oh, does that, you got like one of those power plugs in the back with the little switch thing on it? Those are nice. Every time I got to throw something out, if it's got them with the built-in fuse, especially, I always scavenge it. Switch light, voltmeter, amp meter, yep, and the mains sockets. All right. Wire ferrules. Okay, ferrules. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, what's up, TJ? I don't know if I said hey or not. Right there. There's the kitty, the Jubbinator. Hey, I'm guessing that blob would be Red Dwarfer. Oh, I like the that's right. Yeah, you sent pictures of that before. I like the PC out there. Ugh. Okay, good crackle. Like, hey, it's almost 420. Is he smoking a joint? That's man. All you gotta do is just Photoshop that in just a little bit more, and it looks like he's smoking a spliff. If you need help with that, let me know. That'd be great. Jumping here, just chilling, smoking a fatty. Got like a Coors Light in the other hand. See what we got from Benji today. We have the kitty. Wow. What's up, Brian? Until the ferals go feral. Yes, you don't want, I would imagine you don't want zombie terminal ends. Kitty. Stuff it animal. I got some right behind, like there. But yeah, I got a bunch right there. There's a brontosaurus right there. Another kitty. Is that glass? Looks like a glass piece. Is that like just, I guess, paint on glass, maybe? 420, yep. Ooh, kitty on wood. Nice. Wow. Hey, I have the same spoons. I have a gold one, a silver one, and a black one. They came with these like super delicate fucking glasses that look like cat feet. That break if they simply just tip over, they fucking shatter. Balls are not funny. I like the black cat theme going on there. Yeah, hold on, let's flip it back here. Happy 420, everybody. Take a shot, take a drink, pinch a nipple, smack your butt, smack someone else's butt, you know, reasonably. But do something nice there. Cheers, everyone. Why do all the cats look high? Asks Kebab Face. Maybe they are? I mean, that would be fine. And from Pianoman, we have Tonight Down by the Sea. And we'll be doing Pussies and Pianos in about 15 minutes. Let's see what Rob's got. You know. Nice. I could chill there, that's for sure. Appreciate that, Pianoman. Appreciate everybody sending a couple things in for us. Why does that keep getting fucking weird? Stop being a douche, you douche. Skadoosh. Cats are masters of chill. Yes, yes they are. I am out of coffee. What an asshole. Yeah, I'm gonna like, yeah, Lockwatcher, copyright strike rain. Actually, it'd be more like copyright strike water. Sony, what is that? Sony Corporation and what's the other one that's good? Is that EMI the other one that's good at doing? Torquay, Devon, UK. All right, everyone just start driving towards Torquay or I don't know. It's fucking biscuit language. It's probably like Thai. Yeah, they tend to skip a bunch of shit. The nights are fair drawing in. What? I think Jag Attack has gone off the deep end. Well, further off the deep end, I guess, might be. The cats are smiling because you are now ready to, they're now ready to harvest. Yeah, many day now, the cats are, I have a feeling if we're going to be harvested for our meat or our ability to have a thumb and clean litter boxes, I do have a feeling that if everything goes to shit in the world, that the cats will somehow like extract us ahead of time because they don't want to lose, you know. I mean, they've put a lot of time into getting us evolved well enough to understand how to scoop litter boxes for them. So I do feel that the master kitties will finally return and just extract us all. So before we all get blowed up so that we can clean their litter boxes throughout the universe. That's or they are just going to eat us. I don't know. And in that case, they may let us all blow ourselves up because then we're all cooked. Anyway, let's just skip a step. Kebab Face, I love wait a minute. Torquay. Okay. Kebab Face says, I love Torquay, but last time I visited 2 years ago was an eye-opener to the state of the place. Yeah, I was watching a thing, God, what the hell is there? Some place in Philadelphia, like some specific road in Philadelphia that is just like, it's like Zombie Avenue. It's like so many people are on this fucking weird drug. They just walk around like fucking zombies and shit. It's like, God damn, like it's really weird. It's just like this one stretch of road that's just fucking, like obviously a little bit of overflow because when they get fucked up, they don't know where they're going anyway. But it's It's really weird how a lot of that shit can be so concentrated. Anyway. The nights are, oh, it's getting darker. Oh, the nights are fair drawn. Oh, is that some like Shakespearean shit or something? It's getting darker earlier. Gotcha. Kensington. Yeah, Rifleman knows it. Yeah, was it Kensington Avenue or something? Yeah, that place is fucking. It's weird that they're still like able to have businesses be open during all that shit too. It's just odd. The cats are waiting for us to invent the perfect self-cleaning litter box before they allow us to join their interplanetary society. Well, I think it's more than interplanetary. I'm pretty sure they probably, I would assume they are spread out a fair amount. Like, I would say more than just the galaxy. And you got to remember, the galaxy includes, like, there's a fuckload of shit in the galaxy before you even get universal. I feel like they're probably in the galaxy, but probably not outside of the galaxy, like into like different parts of the universe. And I mean, of course, the multiverse exists, so I'm sure they exist in various forms across the multiverse. Like maybe ones where they're the ones doing the jobs and we're the one laying around eating food out of a bowl, which I mean, honestly, doesn't sound that fucking bad, really. The perfect litter box was invented, the litter robot. Well, maybe that's not quite up to their technical standards. Maybe they're waiting for us. Like, I feel that, like, we're pretty close. Like, maybe at this point, they're just waiting for us to come up with a better litter itself. Not necessarily even a self-cleaning one, because they still need someone to fill the bowls. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if, like, the main kitty part of the cast, like the lead cast, head cast, or whatever you want to call it, and that's CASTE, like multiple levels, you know, like at the top level, I don't know, do they need food bowls filled for them, or do they have that sorted out already? Orange cat, let's see, I would hope a cat would have better taste than to latch on to treason weasel's chrome dome. Orange cat. Well, yeah, you gotta watch. I think Orange Cat's probably. See, I don't know. See, there could be something going on with Orange Cats that we don't realize. It could be that they're super intelligent, but they're so distracted. Like maybe the Orange Cats are like the satellite dish. Maybe they, instead of using technology necessarily, they're so advanced that they use mental telepathy to communicate outside the planet, and maybe the Orange Cats are the satellite dish. Their brain is so focused on communicating with the, you know, the ones floating around in space that they're just so busy that they can't pay attention to what's going on around them. I see YouTube figured out some stuff. What did YouTube figure out? What there, Boozy? What was I heard Luth saying something weird about YouTube earlier, but I joined like halfway through the rant. Like, did YouTube try something with chat in the past couple days or something? They always seem fascinated by every fucking, yeah, well, they're Rob. They're gathering information and relaying it back. I feel like you described Maine Coons. That's mostly orange. I mean, Maine Coon, I mean, that would kind of make sense. They got, well, that and like, what are they, servals with the big old ears? Like the servals could just be like relay stations, local relay stations, perhaps. That's some good shit you've been smoking. It really is some good stuff. I've been kind of getting baked all day. I frequent the subreddit One Orange Brain Cell. Can confirm they are just derps. You think they are just the derps? They're not just super brainy? Okay. Have you missed the cakes? Asked Top Smoke. No, we have not yet had punch and pie. Though we have figured out that for some reason, like I think the shirt just is not clean or something. I don't know, but when I do pussies and pianos, I'm gonna go change my shirt and just add some deodorant. Yes, today it was at our names, not our YouTube names. Oh, what the fuck? That sounds like something. That sounds like an error. That's fucking weird. It sounds like they something got turned off or whatever. That's weird. Yeah, I fuck that. Yeah, it's I could. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess they fixed that or realized that was a fucking horrible thing because some people use quite a significantly different display name than their like real account name or whatever because they just want two different ones or whatever. The shirt is missing the tinsel. I don't know why it would have tinsel, but I mean, we can work on that, I suppose. Long Roger says the litter robot needs to have a unit below that makes little statues coded that can be given away as gifts. Downloadable styles such as boats, cars, and jets. I don't know that I would want to sell that particular product considering the original manufacturing of the raw material. Yeah. Renegade Atheist, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Orange cats are the Florida man of the cat world. Yeah, actually, you know what? That's it's not bad. Fucking Florida man. C2S is my name. I was the third in my class to learn to spell my name. Good job, buddy. Good job. Did you hear about the guy who started chirping after a one-night stand? They think he caught a canarial disease, says Jack Attack, as I'm sure you know, or can guess. Oh, boy. YouTube discussion was about AI auto-filtering content. Probably not a good idea. No, that's never a good idea. Because AI, as I said, AI is putting out so much false information that AI is learning false information, and they're just going to start learning to be Karens ultimately. Because, well, you know what? It used to be that the reviews you saw on the internet were mostly negative because people that were happy just carried on. Or now they are mostly positive because if you leave a negative review, you get fucking sued or stalked and literally killed for fucking leaving a negative review. But anyway, why did this stream crash just as it was about to start? I don't know. When did that happen there, Deltic? I didn't realize there was an issue anywhere. Anywhere on... no, I'm not even looking there, Top Smoke. No, not even worried about that. The names in chat were wrong. My name was up as the account name. Yeah, that's not cool. I mean, granted, my other account just says Scrufdog as well, but those AI image generators are a hoot. It can look 100% real or be the stuff of nightmares with the same wording. Yes, C2S, like, some of them are just fucking odd. Like, I dabble a little bit, like I have, since I have an Android phone and I Google One account, I have apparently slightly more access to Google Gemini AI than I guess other, I don't know how the fuck it works. Whoa, what do we got? Hey, what's up, Norman? Welcome, buddy. Oh, it's time to stretch. We're about to drop an ad on Twitch, but go ahead and stretch before the ad starts. Then when the ad's done, we'll do Pussies and Pianos. But yeah, everybody stretch. Appreciate that, Norman. How you doing, buddy? How you feeling this evening? Appreciate you swinging through. That's fine. Actually, no, you're right on time, actually. It's been exactly 1 hour since we started. Oh, yeah, everyone, just work that blood out. Even if it's just cracking your knuckles or flexing your wrists, just move a little bit. There we go. Appreciate that, bud. Not too bad. That's good. That's good. Glad you're hanging out. Glad you are able to hopefully relax a little bit. Let's see, a machine learning algorithm walks into a bar. The bartender asks, "What will you have?" The algorithm says, what's everyone else having? Okay. Oh boy. We're getting really nerd level on the jokes now. Twitch says just ad starting soon. We'll wait to don't ad in progress. Okay, we'll let that finish and then we'll get over to Pussies and Pianos. Which I had to go buy new treat stuff, and I wasn't even thinking when I bought it. Instead of 2 little cans, now we just have 1 big ass can, so everyone gets the same stuff. But I'm gonna drop that, throw that away, go deal with the shirt situation, and be back. The lighting is good tonight, guys. Actually, no, I forgot to turn on the studio lights. Alexa, studio lights on.
Okay.
See, that's the normal lighting. I can't believe I forgot to turn those on. Well, I know you've been watching that all night. What do you think, on or off? I think we've done this before, but I don't know. I think a cat just fainted from lack of food. Oh, let me see if they're lined up yet. Cat plus rum. Nobody's out there yet. Ah, I forgot to stand beefcake back up. Harsher, light seams, off. Shirt looks clearer with the lights on. Well, that'll happen. Take it back. Forgot to see how different it looks. Off. God. Alexa, studio lights off.
Okay.
Okay, whatever works. I'd leave them off. The camera just adjusted for the most part. Yeah, I can see it not being like quite as harsh, I guess. Like that's cool. We can rock with it all. Better, yeah, okay. Shit. That just makes this easier because it does get a little bright in here sometimes. With all them lights on. Scruff after dark. Yeah, turn those lights off, but actually have those on a manual switch. Of course, the screen, it would light me up a little bit. Not as washed out, more natural. Cool. Well, we'll rock it like this. I can leave these off, that's for sure. To be honest, I kind of like this, but it looks more cozy, like at home, not in a studio. Well, yeah, that works. If it's going to be a little more mellow, then fuck it, we'll rock it. How often does the monitor show up in my glasses? I just noticed that. I don't know that I've noticed that before. It's got that jazz club theme going for it. All right. Looks more pro. Does it look? Yeah, I guess it would look a little less washed out. Of course, now, well, that's fine. That doesn't really matter there. But yeah, the LEDs are popping a little bit more, which actually, that's fine. That makes it look like it's getting ready to fucking, like, do the TARDIS thing and or whatever the fuck it does. I've never actually watched the show. Every time I move my head, is that like, well, not that like I'm going to stop, but is that like super distracting? Or, well, probably it is now that I brought it up. All right, but either way, yeah, we'll just leave the lights off. Twitch ad is done. So we can go ahead and get the Pussies and Pianos. Have you had the snake out this week? I have not had her out because it's feeding week. I'll take her out probably. Maybe we'll take her out next weekend. Someone sat inside the phone booth and or on fire. Yeah, that was me this week. Hey, what's up, Rasher? Good to have you back. You actually had to go in earlier today and make sure that you were like allowed to be here just in case it got stuck. Do your best, you know. We'll we'll sort it out if need be. The skull needs power. Where is the skull? Yeah, somebody mentioned something about the skull a couple weeks ago. But you don't really see it because it's behind me. But there's and all these, they actually, I've shown this like a long time ago, but these actually project through the glass, which has got like black stuff in it, like in the glass itself. It's not like just painted. And so I built a kind of, you kind of can't see it, but I built a thing in there, little switch, little little charge port, and since the individual colors are, I mean, it's only, literally what, half a millimeter difference, maybe a millimeter difference on the LED pad itself. But since they are just that much off, and I left the domes on 3 of them, and those 3 point up in a rough triangle pattern, but it's just enough of a difference in origin of the light that when it goes through the lens and then through the skull, as the light colors changes, or I'm sorry, as the light LED colors change, it pushes those patterns through at different points. So the patterns just change and shift as the colors shift for each LED. And then you have 3 of them all overlapping. So it just kind of looks like some trippy ass shit on the ceiling. But yeah, I made this right around the fluvid bullshit. Like, this is an actual, I held it up to the camera, but this is actually glass. I got it at Target as a Halloween thing. But yeah, it's clear and like black paint, like stuff, like black glass or something in there, but it's like in the skull itself. But yeah, that's I guess I'll have to put that somewhere. Where the hell could I put that? I wonder if I can put that up there, how well it would be seen. Or if it would chop the head off. Yeah, we'll take a look. But yeah, that's one of them things I used to, every once in a while, I'll grab it in the bedroom, just get super baked, and it'll project all those patterns on the ceilings and walls, and you just stare at the wall like a stoner and just fucking let the patterns go, put some headphones on, listen to music, and just fucking chill and just not think about anything, because you don't fucking want to. You know what I mean? Anyway, what's up, Kurt? Appreciate that. I need to see thermal cam cats. I had bed cats, but no cam. I'll get something set up in a week or two. I'm going to have to order a cable to do that. But I'll get a cable ordered, and we'll have thermal pussies and pianos here one of these in like probably a week or two. We'll see. Next to, oh yeah, it would actually be bad, because even once the engine's up there, I'm not going to need the whole shelf. See, I'll put that up there when I get up. Mushrooms make their own patterns on the wall for me. No light needed, says Rob Stooge. Yeah, those would help as well, I imagine. All right, let's get Rob up here. There. That looks good. That looks good. All right, I'm gonna go do that. See, I'll put the skull up there. Get them going. We'll see who shows up, and I'm sure the dude will leave when I leave. So I'll just give him his plate behind the door when he runs off. And then I'll go to my shirt thing, and I'll be back. So here's this. And here we go. I'll be back. Hold on. Why is that so low? That's weird. Try that again. Cool. Be back. And thank you, Rob, as usual. Great music. And yeah, dude hung out for a moment before he scattered off, but that's alright. Let's see, should be this button. There we go. Well, that's better. Yeah, let's see, hold on. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. So Ronnie, as he has been doing lately, is just taking his time. That's good. Ivory tinkling sounds like an Australian euphemism for something scatological following a drinking binge. They have so many of those settings, says Rob Stooge. Yeah, some of the most unusual words that I've seen put together in a row have come from down under. That is for sure. Wardrobe, yes, definitely a wardrobe change. Yeah, lots of deodorant, my blue stuff, and everything smells a little bit better anyway. And that's weird. Like I took a shower, like I was getting dressed as Clive started, so I have no idea. Like I have soap and stuff, you know, like I use it too. It's neat. No idea. I probably should have hit it with some rubbing alcohol first, but that's all right. Our cleanup crew's in. I guess they seem to really dig. She really got into that. That's a new brand. I forget which one. I think it's Meow Mix. As you get Fancy Feast or Meow Mix usually. I think that's the Meow Mix this time. The bigger cans. Put a shirt on. Let's keep it PG-13. Okay. Put my shirt back on. Maybe a small laundry. Yeah, like maybe it got missed. Like who knows? Yeah, I turned the chroma key on and off. All right, looks like they've carried on. It's Tiny Mama. She just really doesn't want to, or doesn't get along with the dude, so she just sits right off camera in the living room. But I'll see, like I said, if I can get a different camera at some point, something with PTZ, pan tilt zoom, so I can like move it around. I may be able to set it up so that she's still on camera just in the living room, and then you can still like see her. Oh, dude's fine. He's good. He still gets a little chomp chomp. Like if he gets overwhelmed, but he's like really getting good at just getting like dug in and scrubbed up. He's got a little bit of litter stuck in his paw, like one spot in his paw right now. I figure I'll give him a couple days to see if he can work it out. If not, I'm going to have to like basically fill the bathtub up with like an inch of water and just kind of dip him in it just to get everything nice and wet. So like hopefully he'll work it out or clean his paws out for him or something. Because I know if that stuff's stuck in there for a while, it can fuck him up. But I do also know, depending on how bad it is, he might be able to clean it himself. That's a Metroid on the shirt, isn't it? Asked Rob Stooge. Yes, this is. Yeah, that's a Metroid. I love this shirt. Especially when I get bored on gaming days and I'll just sit there. If I got the green screen behind me, a couple of you have seen me do this before, but you do that and you do that and you're just a floating head. And then, well, others, I've gone so long before where I've had the chroma key on at the beginning of a Saturday stream and everything just looks weird. You don't realize how much green is involved in everything, but the Christmas tree always looks just neat, I think, with the chroma key on. But yeah, it is very weird how much color is really taken out of things. But anyway, just had to repost a simple comment a second time. That's twice in a short time, unless there is an issue somewhere, says Deltic. I don't know. If YouTube had some problem with their name displays earlier, then they may be currently sorting out other issues. I don't know. Rasher, showering, bathing. I'm keeping it to a minimum now. Fluoride enters through your skin pores also. Yeah, fluoride's everywhere. It's just there. Dude may have been trying to build small trinkets by Paul for distribution to the locals. Nah, I think it's just stuck. But we'll see how it goes. But I saw one thing, they're like, oh, just use a warm washcloth. I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna work on him. He's not gonna be, because I've tried like messing with his paws. He's not like mean about it, but he doesn't like his paws being touched. So I figure if I just dip him in the bathtub with like an inch of water, just enough to get water in there to soften it up, because I know when that stuff dries, it's just about like fucking concrete, but it does absorb water fairly readily from what I understand, so just needs to walk through some wet grass. Yeah, and I'd love to do that, but I don't know that I would want him to go outside again. I don't think the dude would like being dipped in the bath. See, I don't know, because like he's lived outside. Like I've seen him walked through rain and like water stuff, so it may not be that bad. But I am going to put away everything in the bathroom and get everything that could be destroyed away and like just see what happens. And like I'll basically keep him in there, dip his paws in it, and see, we can like once he chills out, if he needs to, then like see if he settles in, and like, you know, usually that would also trigger them to start going ahead and cleaning like once they're out and chilled for a minute. So if that triggers while we're still in the bathroom, then I'll see what he does, and if he works it out, then we're good. But if he can't seem to get it, then I may have to dip him again and then like try to help him out, kind of thing. A cat carrier with a soaking wet towel on the bottom. Yeah, we'll see something. I don't think the dip thing is going to be that bad, because he's used to water and snow and that. I know he hasn't seen it in a while, but well, we'll see. Fill the tub, grab dude, yell grenade, and run. That's going to be kind of close to how that goes, but I'm not quite going to yeet him. I mean, I'll do my best just to set him down. I don't want to drop him per se. And yeah, I'll have treats in there. I actually have catnip treats, a bag of catnip treats for him that we'll have in there. I also bought a bag of shrimpy shrimp catnip treats for Ronnie, because Ronnie, he really likes the shrimpy shrimp treats. Like I'm pretty sure he would just he'd go psycho if someone like stole any of them from him. But so I got him a separate one because I'd like to pull him in the bedroom every once in a while. Me and him hang out. So some butter on the paws might discourage or might encourage some extra self cleaning. Yeah, I've seen him like going in his paws, so I think it just may just be too dry at this point for him to get a lot of it out. I don't know. Twice in the last 5 minutes, I've tried to post. It's come back with error, try again, but posted the comment in invisible text. I repost the same comment and it works fine. I've had the same thing happen, Deltic. Every once in a while, I'll have that happen. With me, I don't know if you're on mobile, but for me, it always seems to happen on mobile when it does. Toothpick. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Lockwatcher's right. If I put too much butter on the cat, I'll probably try to eat the cat. A toothpick. That's not a bad idea, Franco. I'll get a toothpick. I'll even nip just a little tip of it off, so it's more of a toothpick brush. You know how you can kind of fuzz up a tree branch, but if kind of fuzz it up so it's nice and soft and like almost very, very short bristle brushy to help just kind of brush it off, so I'm not poking through it. And then I don't want it to like something to happen and like poke through it and poke his paw. What's up, Spiker? Flying visit, been out for a drink. Hell yeah, do your thing, brother. Don't worry about us. We'll be here. Have a good time doing your thing. Hey, you know what? Fuck it. Hey, it's top of the hour anyway. Good timing. Good timing. Hey, top of the hour toast. Cheers, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out. And remember, it's 7 o'clock, so we can start talking about food and such. But yeah, appreciate the swing through, Stealth. Or, well, Spiker. That's what I usually call you. Yeah. Oh, Delta Mike, how's Tina doing? I gotta try and catch a little bit of your stream tomorrow. I got a bunch of stuff I gotta do tomorrow, but I did get the kitchen cleaned up today, which was cool. So that was nice. Got the, wait, no Fama tonight. No, actually using Fama's, fucking espresso machine. Tabasco Bugles, totally worth Tabasco Bugles. I would try that. Bugles are good there, Zen. I would try those. All right, I'll try to put that in my brain to, if I see them, like I'm not going to remember it, but it's one of the things if I see them, it'll trigger it. I'll look for those. I got to go shopping this week anyway. I got a lot I got to stock up on. And I'm going to be going into the freezer I haven't looked in like 2 years tomorrow. And I'll see all the stuff I used to eat and be like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And then I'll just go buy fresh versions of that. But I haven't really kept anything but people in there for the past 2 years. So I'm going to go ahead and shut that freezer down. Just, ration out kind of things. I don't have to collect so much of the neighborhood all at once. What do Russian kings order on their pizzas? Sardines. That's good. That's good, Jack Attack. Sure. School. Man, I haven't. When was the last time I've cheered you saying that? I feel like I was probably in my early 20s. Maybe earlier. Holy shit. Phew. Okay. I found mine at 7-Eleven, but my 7-Eleven keeps bringing all sorts of random weird stuff. Oh, that's cool. Graham Shaw's on Windows 10. You only have one Windows 10 machine left, and that's my old gaming laptop. Which could run Windows 11, but I'm probably going to have to run a fucking tweaked version of Windows 11 because it's only an fourth gen Intel processor, but it's a nice what is the 40 something 50 HQ 4980. It's the i9 4980 HQ processor, and it still runs like AAA games with the dual GTX 980s in it. 16 gigs of video RAM, so it still runs like modern games well because of the 16 gigs of RAM. So I don't know. I'm either gonna update it to a hacked version. I'm sorry, and a tweaked version of Windows 11, or just go balls out, fucking cinnamon, Linux Mint cinnamon on it, and set it up for like Steam gaming, I guess, because I'll be able to run whatever Steam games I can find that run on Linux, which Portal, as far as I know, runs on Linux, like all Linux systems. So at the very least, I'll be able to play Portal. Not RTX, but Portal. Ramshaw, I was seeing it before Scruff started using Twitch as... Oh, okay. I gotcha. I feel like something popped up over there. Am I missing something? No. Do I have stream elements turned up? Because that was muted. No, that's okay. Must be the chat thing. All right. Vista for the win. Oh my god. Fucking Windows Vista. That's like... I feel like if you go into like Microsoft headquarters and start talking about Vista, they're just going to like off you. They're not going to ask you to leave. There's going to be like a sniper in the stairway. It's just going to be like, nope, he remembers. Take him out. Newer processors are not going to play nice with 4K videos. Not looking forward to Windows 11 or whatever. My gaming rig loves Windows 11. It does seem to run games a little bit better than Windows 10. I'll give it that. Windows 7 would be the good one to go back to. I'm just going to go with Linux at this point. I mean, like, once that is Linux, I'll only have 3 Windows machines in the house, and that's going to be the media server, which may soon become a scum server because they released the server file with the media server and these two. And the only reason these two is because it's a lot easier to set up the streaming shit on Windows and gaming. I mean, the games come out, they're going to be on Windows before, generally speaking, before they're on anything else. So, I mean, everything for hardcore gaming is set up for Windows. So that's why the gaming rig is going to be running Windows until, well, eventually it'll be converted over to the studio rig. Assuming the 60 series NVIDIA isn't such a fucking fail as the 50. But that 4090 will fucking, that'll scream through some video editing. Shit. But until then, it can scream through some video games. I gotta get back on Gold River. They've been doing a little bit of a patch. I want to wait for their next big patch. I'm going to have to ask them in Discord because they just got done with the Steam Next thing, which was what, like 2 weeks of Steam pushing out like demo and pre-alpha stuff. But I got to see when their next patch release is going to be, and maybe I'll do another Gold River stream, Gold River project. And like I said tonight, I'll probably do a after I reconfigure and blow out all of OBS and reconfigure it so that Twitch is the main stream thing, so I can unlock all that other shit. I might do a test stream tonight, and it may turn into a scum stream. I have no idea. Zen, Windows 11 tries too hard to think it's a touchscreen laptop. Yeah, I haven't really had that experience. Although both machines right now want to restart, but whatever. I'll get to that. What's up, Jace? Welcome. D-Wood. Let's see, who else am I missing? I think I've gotten everyone that's still chatty-atting. Yeah. I've got a copy of XP Gold, says Franco Walker. I can never get it to install, though. I don't think that would install, even think about installing one, especially newer systems. Well, yeah, especially newer systems that don't really support 32-bit stuff anymore. That would be a problem. I don't know, Boozy hopped on your mom this morning. That's cool. Quiet little server, a little PvP action. Puppets are Puppets a little harder. Dumbass NPCs are on too. I was on there last night on my way back and just in the middle of the fucking woods. Luckily, I think they tweaked something because there was like a little, I want to call it a phantom patch a couple days ago. It was this little tiny download and I didn't see any patch notes about it. But I think they tweaked the NPCs because when I was running last night, I saw one run from a bush to a bush and went, what the fuck was that? Turned around, they shot at me. But since I actually got to see them, have some indication that there was a problem, I was able to get behind a tree and pop them. But I feel like they've already done a small tweak to the NPCs because they actually spawned in front of me and not behind me like they usually do. So they might be working on it. They just didn't mention it. I don't know. But yeah, have fun on there, man. Have some fun. I'll be on there later. Like, I'm going to get all this set up, and then I'll probably do a scum stream. Turn it into a scum stream. Alright, let's see. Where are we at? Windows 11, tries too hard. I just saw, imagine, C2S says, imagine how fast it would be if you could run XP on modern hardware. It would know what the fuck to do. Christ, I mean, I was running XP on, I think I put XP on that Hewlett Packard I had. Or I'm sorry, the Packard Bell I had. I think that was a 486. That was a 486DX, and I had it running at 100 megahertz. And I think I had XP on that. So, I mean, just that, a single core 100 megahertz processor versus that's 12 core and that's 8 core. but both of them are Jesus Christ. I mean, it's literally got thousands the processing power that it originally needed. They're working it behind the scenes as boozy. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Yeah. TJ was on there a little bit too. Cool. Yeah, look around, have fun, do your thing. Relax. Locke is getting some food. You all are going with me. All right, go for it. Yeah, I made enough sausage gravy this morning. I'm going to do the same thing tomorrow, just eggs, toast. Oh, and I recommend if you do the sausage gravy and you don't make... Fuck. Damn it. And you don't make biscuits, American biscuits. I'm not talking about fucking cookies, you goddamn biscuit heads over there. But if you don't do biscuits with the gravy, because, you know, over here it would be biscuits and gravy, not fucking cookies. I just do toast. But I would recommend when you, after the toast, well, actually, I'm going to try, tomorrow I'm going to try, because today I did toast and I just threw it down there, put gravy, put eggs, put gravy, and it was fine. I was cutting it up, but I noticed I was cutting it up like you're kind of crushing the toast a little bit. Because I like to have that crispness, that little crunch of it that you would get from like a biscuit kind of thing. So I think tomorrow I'm actually going to take the slice of bread and break it up before I put it in my little, I do my toast in an oven. Obviously it wouldn't work in a toaster, so you would just toast it and then break it up. But break it up before you put the gravy on her. That way it's just easier to eat. You don't have to cut it and crush out the thing. Croutons might work for that too, actually. They're jack attack. Fuck, you know what? Hold on, dude. Let me put that on the grocery list. I want to try croutons. Oh, I gotta check the show email too for Flat Cat and other stuff. I think Jack Attack sent something in. God, I gotta watch when I say that so I don't say the other thing. Croutons. I will try sausage gravy on some motherfucking croutons. How are they not in? Wow. Okay. Croutons. Let me add that item. Croutons. There it is. Croutons. Check. All right. So yeah, I will try that and I'll let you know because that might be too crunchy, but if the gravy soaks in a little bit, that may offset it. Because I like the crispy crunchy, not necessarily the hard crunch of a crouton, but I will fucking try a crouton. What's going on with the ads? Did it, 20 minutes. Oh, another ad already ran? Okay. But croutons in soup is lush. Now, like I was saying, like I've actually been talking about it not a lot lately. That's why I know I got to get them. Like I eat croutons like they're fucking potato chips. I love getting the giant bulk family size bag of croutons and just eating them like goddamn potato chips. The lightly seasoned ones are fucking great if you can find the right ones. But yeah, I'll they turn into little snot balls. I don't think so, C2S, because they are very fucking dry. And you figure you put like dressing on them, they generally stay crunchy in dressing for at least 5 to 10 minutes. And gravy being even thicker may absorb less because I make it pretty thick. Even though I do put a shot of espresso. When I do my gravy, I don't even know if I finished talking about that. Oh, because Fama wasn't here. I commented on that and then I fucking moved on. But I take like cans, you know, just I forget. It's a real popular brand around here. I think it's like a white can or something. Maybe some red on there. But sausage gravy, like a off-the-shelf sausage gravy, just because I don't feel like doing all the. Well, generally I don't actually cook the sausage. But anyway, fuck. I take that, put that in the pan. I'll add a shot of espresso, but I'll run it twice, so I get 2 ounces of water in an espresso shot. I'll usually drink one and then make another one, pour that in. Just a little bit of hot sauce, some garlic salt, not just garlic, but garlic salt, because it does need to pop a little bit. Like you don't taste the salt, but you're just brightening the flavor a little bit. A bunch of fresh cracked pepper, and then I just cook it down. I cook basically a lot of the water back out of it, but I put 2 ounces of water in to get as much of the shit out of the pot as possible. Pour it in there, and then cook it down. And you want to cook it down a little bit anyway, because that gives time for all the flavor to just leach and combine and all that stuff. Like it works really well. Like a good 10-minute simmer is good. And what I do is I just take the lid and crack it, because obviously it goes it looks like fucking lava when it pops, you know, it does the bubble thing. So you just take your lid and crack it so you can let it breathe the water off, simmer off, but not get fucking gravy everywhere. Yeah. So yeah, I'll try that with croutons. I got that on the list. Yeah, that'll work. That will work. Basically a computer inside your computers. You could say a Linux. What are we talking about? A virtual machine there, Zapped? That's any way I use it. I doubt XP would even go online anymore. Too old to load. Oh no, you can get it. Like, yeah, there's a couple videos of people that have run XP inside a virtual machine and gone online, and it's like within seconds, like it's just bombarded with fucking viruses. And the longer it's on there, the more it just gets fucking just murdered by viruses. It's horrible and funny. But as long as you do it in a virtual machine, it can't get out of that environment. As far as I know, like, is it possible for something to either get out of the virtual environment, or is it possible for any of those to realize they're in a virtual environment and try to do something about it? How does that work? Because unless, well, I mean, I guess if you're going to do that for pen testing, you would have it on a separate network as well, so that even the virtual machine couldn't see the rest of your network. But yeah, like do any viruses or anything like that, can they tell if they're in a virtual environment? Does anyone happen to know? Because I don't work with VMs very often. I don't really have a need for them. Because like I said, like if I'm not sitting in front of this, like obviously I don't sit in front of the server. So if I'm not here, I'm either if I'm not here, I'm either staring at an Android phone or a Chromebook. Like I don't really use Windows just because I have to. If it's not set up right, it could get out. It would get out. Yeah, I kind of figure if it's got the right reach, because it still has access to the CPU, to the hardware itself. So I figure even in a virtual machine, it's got to still have some sort of access to the hardware, I would think. Technically, you can tell it is in a VM as the virtual hardware is obvious as electronic. So it would kind of have to look for it, but if it went to look, and it would know. Okay. The grand biscuits are grand. Oh, I love getting grand biscuits there a lot. Like I'll probably end up getting some of them as well as more, when I get more gravy and stuff. But yeah, I love doing the grand biscuits and then kind of breaking them and unflaking them, adding a little bit more butter, and then putting the gravy on there. Because if you can eat that with the butter, with the additional butter soaked into it, oh, fucking lovely. Anyway. Pianoman Rob says, I bet any OS would be okay with a decent antivirus that knew what it was doing. The only problem with that is you'd have to find an antivirus that still supported older shit. That would be your only issue. Especially trying to get something that would support Windows XP I don't know that really anything would at this point. I don't know, honestly. I feel like they're basically, everything for a long time was Windows 7 and up, and I feel like you don't even get, most of the time, you don't even get Windows 7 or 8 or 8.1 support anymore. Like, especially in games, a lot of them are Windows 10 and up, and in a few months, it'll be Windows 11 and up, or just Windows 11. Because they're I can't see them necessarily supporting Windows 10 if they know it's going to be an insecure system, but I guess we'll see what happens in 4 months. Windows 10 is done, unless you pay, what's it, $30 for some extended thing. I'm like, you can go fuck yourself. Thanks for ruining 17 years work on Secret OS. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, considering Windows 11 was basically just a fucking bug fix for Windows 10 for a lot of it. I mean, it really was. They just fixed a lot of bugs, but they fixed so many of them all at once. Like, it was almost a fucking full release, but I don't know. Unless I don't know how the architecture works for, like, I used to know some of that stuff back in the day, but I don't know that there's any architecture difference between 10 and 11, considering tons of Windows 11's files still reference Windows 10. But so I can't imagine there's much difference in the core. Ooh, 422.2. Jack attack. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Take a puff, take a shot, pinch a nipple, smack your butt, pet your kitty cat. But either way, do something cool. Cheers, everybody. Happy 420 somewhere. Actually in California right now. Good place. The old Emerald Triangle. Wow. Ah. Man, I am pretty baked today. My brain's still fucking going. That's the thing. I've been, during the week, I've been using less cannabis, like leading up to bed kind of thing. Because I've noticed that not only has my tolerance, like kind of, before I started doing this, not only, oh yeah, flat cat. Not only was my tolerance, obviously, going to shit, but I couldn't it got to the point even my brain wouldn't slow down. Like physically I'd be like, brr, but like my brain's still going, brr, because of my tolerance. So I've started using less during the day. Yeah, it's been helping me sleep better at night. I guess we'll see how that goes. But for the Saturday stream, yeah, like let's get ripped. Yeah, let me check the old show email here. Yeah, there's some flat cat action. Oh, there. Let's see here. It looks like something from Frank May came in. Flat cat plus bonus Scrufdog cat. All right. Scratch my nose. Oh, does this have what it does? Flat cat scoring a goal. Ooh, bottom capture. Go! Oh, hold on. Not bad, not bad. I got pretty good lungs for a smoker. I guess probably just because I'm kind of big. I don't know. Nice, nice. Thanks for that. I haven't done that in a long time. Every once in a while, I'll rock out one of them goals, and people look at me and be like, "Damn, dude." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, man. Give me a fucking smoke, would you?" And of course, if you're gonna do it right, you might as well, hit some buttons while you're at it. You're like, I like it. Oh, thanks, everybody. I appreciate that. Graham Shaw. Scroll off the bed. Up in 5.5 hours. Good night. Thanks. You are welcome. Sleep well. Hope work goes well enough. I mean, it is work after all. But anyway, so there's Flat Guy. Yeah, looking a little tense after the goal. Maybe it was a surprise goal. What do we got here? Nice little setup there. Oh, you got that Dymo. Yeah, I got that one we were looking at, about a month ago. I have printed nothing but the stickers for...
Shut up, Meg.
The, fucking mixer. I haven't done anything else. I like the panda thing there. That's cool. Got the little Lego, Ferrari. Got the gloves for the dirty work. That's, kind of interesting. The little glowy ghost. I like that. Do you like print a lot of Dymo stuff? Like, do you sticker? Hey, they're gonna. There's a flat cat sneaking in there. Oh yeah, okay. The bearded flat cat, nice. Oh, with the very bright shirt, I see. Nice. Song of the week: "The Court of the Crimson King" by King Crimson. Nice, nice. I like the setup. Very good. I like the very bright scruff cat. Ow. Ow. Ooh, there we go. What's up, Larry? Welcome. Boycott Dymo. They're pulling that DRM crap now. Like, oh my god. I just want to print fucking words. I don't. Who knows? Yeah, Christ. Everybody's got. I love how everybody dabbles in that shit and it just backfires against them. Like, they're making it so hard to like gather content, and by all means, like pirating is kind of the only way to get what you actually want at any point. It's fucking ridiculous. Totally unrelated. 28. The movie 28 Years. That looks really fucking good. It basically looks like live action Scum from what I can tell. So as soon as that is available, I'll be watching that. Celtic Engine. I thought Microsoft just extended Windows 10 support for another year. Maybe they're afraid people will jump to Linux. I've read conflicting reports. Like, I've heard some say there's some sort of free thing you can apply for, but then I've also heard that it's like $30. I don't know if it's two separate things, like maybe one's for commercial and one's for, you know, us assholes out there. But yeah, I'll have to look into it. Like, that's one of them stories. In 2 days, yesterday and today, I've read two conflicting things. So I'm like, you know what, I'm going to wait till like Tuesday and then like see what's actually up. Because you know how that shit can get weird with media, and who knows if it was fucking AI generated or fuck knows. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, I have no idea. And like, it's fucking Microsoft. Like, look what happened with Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows XP, all that shit. Every time there's end of support, they always change. And then you get government pressure, and then they push it a little bit more. They offer this. So we'll ultimately see what happens within the next 4 months as to what's actually supported and not. There were hints that Windows 10 might just stop working if you don't buy some crappy final update or something. Maybe that's, yeah, we're gonna have to see. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at this point if somebody just made some shit up in a Reddit post like, hey, what if they did this? And then some fucking AI news agency scraped it and created a story. Like, because that shit happens nowadays. Frank Netabetti says 28 Years looks badass. Yeah, it looks really good. It's really good. The whole 28 series is just good if you're into fast zombies. Let's see. From Jack Attack, we have, what is this? A mushroom. Okay, so that's kind of scum looking. That almost looks like the one mushroom that has like all the vitamin D in it. That 2-use mushroom. Smirnoff Norsk Sound Response Unit. Place bottle in position. Batteries are connected. Switch on. A light sensor change. What the fuck is that? Does that like make bottles glow or something? Ooh, look at that crusty busty. Hey, buddy. Yeah, that could use a little bit of fucking deox and a toothbrush. Ooh, look at the green crusties. Nom 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 nom. Nom nom. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Okay. Yep. That is that. So it's a light up display for bottles. Okay. All right. Just crusty because everyone spills everything. I'm not an alcoholic. Alcoholics go to meeting. I'm a drunk. We go to parties. Yeah, that's kind of what I used to say. Back in the day when I actually drank. I ain't gonna lie. I've been kind of thinking about getting back into like hard apple ciders a little bit or something, but I don't know if I wanna. Don't know if I wanna. Well, we got Frank Netobetti with a super floofer. We were talking smack about orange cats earlier. There's Frank's super floof. Looks like it's going ahead mopping the floor for you. That's good. It's good when the floofs help you by dusting the floor. A door leak battery. Yeah, that's about right nowadays. Like, I didn't know they got sold out to an investment company. Like, I don't use them for shit anymore. I do still have, who is it? Is Duracell? Are they the ones that make the Pro Cells? Like, I still have a bunch of Pro Cells laying around, but those actually seemed really nice. Thanks for that, Frank. Looking like you're having a floofing good time. Oh, and the Pianoman sent I assembled the world's smallest oscilloscope. Balls. That sounds turned on. Bring that back over. That is one of the little guys. Yeah, I got that little. Yeah, it's not that small though, but I got one of those the DS0138 kits. I actually use that at work. That's the one I keep in the truck, and then I have the big portable scope next to me, and then I got the old school scope downstairs, which is, if I said 100 times already, I need to get the shit set up over there so I can get the big oscilloscope up here. But yeah, I like that little guy. Yeah, it's another DSO. Yeah, digital something or other 242. That's cool, dude. Oh, so silly scope. There you go. Oh, that's what you were doing the SMD soldering for. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Rob learned that SMD soldering is really not that bad. As long as you got the right soldering iron, it's not a big deal. If you have a magnifying glass, it helps. I mean, like, you don't necessarily need, like, a fucking microscope setup for it. Like, when I do SMD stuff, I have I gotta figure out where it is. That should be downstairs, but a 10x magnifying glass or my fucking phone works really well for that. Especially when I was bending those pins back on that goddamn motherboard. Fucker. Wasn't there a pen oscilloscope? Yeah, that was exactly what I was going to say, Frank. It wouldn't surprise me. Because I know you used to be able to get pens with like the little tiny like watches in them. I wouldn't be surprised if they were able to put some tiny, like a slightly bigger pen, slightly bigger thing, just to have a tiny little thing. I don't know how much information you'd be able to gather from it, but why not? Ooh. New Mission Impossible was good, says Lockwatcher. I haven't watched really most of them. Kurt says, brother is best. Brother is, is it the printer thing? Shit, why were we talking about that? Sorry, every time you see your name, Kurt, I mentioned this before, I think of the cat, Kurt, Orange Cat. He's actually, and it's funny you say brother, he apparently has a brother kitten now. Yeah, but yeah, anyway. So just know every time I see you up there, I think you're a YouTube star cat thing. Just putting that out there. Oh, the laser print. Oh, okay, laser printer. Gotcha. Okay. A tiger rug. Yeah, that was the best kind of tiger rug. Still kicking. Still meowing. Top Smoke says the key to SMD, in my humble opinion, is the amount of solder. Very little. Yeah, that or like solder paste and a gentle, obvious reheat station or heater station. Do you know the channel I'm talking about by chance, Kurt? It's like Abram something. Like, I don't even know if he's one of the guys got like millions of subscriptions because of his cat. Like, he does his rise to stardom was holding his cat during shorts and like shaking his butt to music. Like, that was his thing. But it's a cool channel. He has a giant fucking Brontosaurus in one of his rooms now for the cat to climb on. But that bitch was like, I think like $1,500. And I'm like, no, that's a little much for a cat toy. But I do still need to get the shelf system put in there. I would like to gotta get something done here soon. Like, it's getting warm out. I'm getting out of my funk a little bit. I'm starting to move around more. I gotta get the construction phase finished up because it's so fucking close for everything being done in here. I just gotta get the shit done. MacGyver. Good old Angus MacGyver. I haven't watched that in a long time. Tom Cruise, one of those really don't like the guy, but admit most of his movies are good. Yeah, his personal life's a little fucking weird, but like, he doesn't fuck around. Oh, the ad started on Twitch. But like, big fucking props to the dude for doing all his own crazy motherfucking stunts, like hanging off of airplanes, like no joke and all that shit. Like, I gotta give props to the guy. He has a stunt man, but I think his stunt man is mostly, I guess he's there just to more to consult with than anything else. Frank Drebin, fucking Naked Gun, Police Squad, Abram Engel. Yeah, that's it, Josh. Yeah, he's cool. I like that channel. I mean, it's an orange cat who's just cool anyway. So I mean, you can't argue with an orange cat. I mean, I got mine. He's creamy, but he's orange. Trust me, he's orange up here. He may be creamy camo cat that blends in with every piece of carpet in the house, but he's orange. Trust me. Franco says, I hate Tom Cruise as an actor. He thinks he can't act, but as a person, I think he's cool. He loves the fans and gives them what they want. See, I think I think he's a good actor in most of his roles. Every once in a while, you can kind of tell he's acting. But I think for the most part, I think he's a pretty good actor. Has anyone seen The Accountant 2? Watched it the other night. Was pretty good, as Frank Nitobetty. No, but we're actually going to be watching, or we are going to be watching that soon. God, what's the word I'm looking for here? I have possession of it as of last night. And I have one as well. So that's going to be watch it 1 week, watch part 2 the next week kind of thing here soon enough. But yeah, I did see that came out, but I haven't watched either of them. I just heard they were good. Kill Mike said they were great movies, so I'm like, all right. Seems like he's got good taste in movies, so I have both of those now that we can watch. We also started watching Mad Max last night. Like, I thought of that because of fucking Luth. Luth goes by Mad Max and Scum. Perot spends too much time on his grooming. Is that, you mean like Ross Perot? Isn't he? He's dead by now. Can I finish? Can I finish? Can I finish? Nobody still in that still to watch crew. Gotcha. Nobody. Oh no, actually, yeah, I have nobody as well. Yeah, that I actually have. Actually, I thought we watched that, but I either was really really stoned that day or we didn't actually watch nobody. That's the one with the guy, the Better Call Saul guy, right? I think. Tom Cruise was awesome in Tropic Thunder. Les Grossman, that was a fucking amazing role for him. That was perfect. Like, it's good to see that he can absolutely just have a goofy ass dumb fucking time and just roll with that shit. Like, he was fucking great in that. Like, yeah, I would say that was probably, in my opinion, Redneck, that was probably his greatest role because he just, I don't know how much of that was acting and how much of him was just letting it just letting the crazy out. Yeah, it was a great role. Matt Damon is in Scotland filming at the moment. Think BigClive's got a part in the film, but it's a secret. That's why he's in Glasgow next week. Maybe he's the bad guy. I never recognized Cruise and Tropic Thunder. Yeah, I didn't at first either. It was kind of late into the movie, like one of his last scenes, and I went, the realization where like you almost went, I think I went pale. I'm like, whoa, there's no fucking way. But yeah, then I cheated and I looked, and yeah, I remember that shit. Hey, what's up there? All right, time to stretch, everybody. Even if you just stretch a rich crack of knuckle, where get that blood flowing again. We've been sitting here for a little while. Appreciate that. Oof. Much appreciated, Norman. There we go. Yep. Get those three little fuckers. I'm wondering if one of these fucking hemorrhaged or something. Yeah, the pain's been really ice picky lately. Christ, who knows? I probably got more than one that's hemorrhaged at this point. Christ, they were bulged like a motherfucker just 9 years ago. Oh, we got C2S with a toast. All right. What do I want to toast with? Well, let's go with this one. This is a wedding cake, by the way. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, C2S. Thank you for that, and appreciate everyone sticking around for this long. Very nice. Good evenings. Good evenings. Pretty chill. The OG Max movie is great. Watch that. Maximum Overdrive is another badass movie. I've got to see again. Says Frank. Yeah, it's they were. I forgot about Maximum Overdrive. I haven't watched that. I watched that a couple years ago. What are we talking about? Murder She Wrote. I watched that shit when I was a kid because my dad watched the hell out of that. Wasn't nothing wrong with it. It's good enough show. Everything's fine. But that was a pretty good show. I feel like didn't she just like die recently or something? You can't stand MSW. MSW. I feel like I'm supposed to know that one. MSW. Oh, Murder She Wrote. Okay, dumbass. You couldn't say, oh, so you don't like Murder She Wrote? I didn't have a problem with it. It was fine. She passed away recently. I feel like I heard I heard about that. I think I called my dad, make sure he was okay. Because he likes all that old stuff, like Andy Griffith Show, Matlock, anything with Andy Griffith in it, he watched. Murder She Wrote. What were some other shows? Star Trek, the original Star Trek, I should specify. The original Star Trek he watched religiously. He watched, what the hell was that Prairie show? Something on the Prairie. You know what I'm talking about. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Dick Van Dyke show. Oh, he's still kicking? No shit. God, what the hell was the Prairie one? Shit. It's fucking half a meme. Oh, yeah, Little House on the Prairie. Yeah, thanks. Like, yeah, everybody. Christ. Yeah, Little House on the Prairie. He watched that, and that was fine. He did watch Lost in Space, and I did catch that on my own there, Brian. That was another good one. He did watch that sometimes, but not too much. But I looked for that when I could. Oh yeah, fucking Happy Days, he watched that as well. I watched a lot of Three's Company because I just thought it was fucking funny. Like I would watch what I used when I was a kid, when I could find, when I wasn't watching fucking Nickelodeon or the Weather Channel. I like to, as far as the older shows go, and these were shows even before my time. Like I would watch Happy Days, Three's Company. What are the older shows would I watch? I would look for Lost in Space, Land of the Lost. Yeah, I liked watching Land of the Lost. C2S. That was a great show. Never watched About the Waltons. I knew it was out there, little Jim. Welcome, by the way. Good to see you, buddy. No, I knew that was there, but I never watched that one. Oh, Taxi. Yeah, Taxi. Mr. Furley or Mr. Both there, Rob Stu. I watched it for a long time. Oh, WKRP in Cincinnati. Rob, yep, that was another one we both watched. I loved watching that. Oh, and the court, Night Court. Night Court. I love Night Court. Fucking Bull on there, everyone on there. Married with Children. That's another good one. Still watch that every once in a while. I actually watched that very recently. Married with Taxi. A Taxi was good. Weird. I thought I heard a noise. Yeah, that was another one. I would seek out Night Court. I never watched Soap. Dallas. Sometimes I'd watch Dallas or what was Dallas's competition? There was two of them that were like countrified late night soap opera thing. I think. Actually, I think I have Night Court. I think I have all that. Maybe we should watch that again. Dynasty, that's it. Delta Mike with the clutch. Yeah, Dallas and Dynasty. If I had the choice, from what I remember, I would watch Dynasty over Dallas if I had the choice. Just because it was whatever. And my stepmom would watch fucking Young and the Restless soap opera during the day, 12:30 to 1:30. So if I was home or whatever, I ended up watching that too, which was, well, I don't know. Oh, Falcon Crest. Yeah, that was like the Temu dynasty, if I remember right there, Top Smoke. All My Circuits. Why do that? Does that sound so goddamn familiar? I feel like is that a fucking Rick and Morty alternate dimension TV show or something? Yeah, oh yeah, Knight Rider, of course. Yeah. But that, when I was watching Knight Rider, that was still like being made. Heart to Heart every once in a while. Yeah, I still watch Futurama. I've watched that in the past couple weeks. Cookie says, I'm here from BigClive, but sub to you on YouTube. Well, I appreciate that, Cookie. Much appreciated, of course. Any support is always welcome. My numbers are all over the place. Prisoner Cell Block H. Why does that sound familiar? Prisoner Cell Block H. I don't think I've ever... Why does that sound so goddamn familiar? Mama's Family? Yeah, Mama's Family. Yeah, it was Mama's Family. No, All in the Family. All in the Family. Mork and Mindy. Yeah, I watched Mork and Mindy. All in the Family. I watched that. Mama's Family. Was it Mama's House or Mama's Family? No, I'm not sure. I feel like it was Mama's House. Oh, yeah, he watched Sanford and Son and Good Times all the fucking time. Yeah, I watched. I still actually. I haven't watched Sanford and Son in years, but I would still enjoy that. Laverne and Shirley, watch that. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. The mama would come up with a weird fucking font, like the show. It was it Mama's Family? It came with a weird font, like almost horribly placed special effect font for it. Quantum Leap, that was a good one. Yeah, I watched all that old shit. Never hang out with Jessica from Murder She Wrote. Everywhere she goes, someone gets killed. Yeah, really, that is something to think about there, Lock Watcher. Like, you gotta really kind of think about that. Why is there always people getting killed just as she shows up? But it's never her. Never watched Time Tunnel there, Rob. Was that more of a UK thing? I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch much UK stuff growing up. Like, I'd never watched, TARDIS fucking... I always forget the name of the TARDIS. Fuck, Doctor Who. I've never watched Doctor Who at all. Like, I have, I would say most of the episodes, at least up to a couple of years ago, including all the way back to like, quote, first season black and white fuzzy stuff. I have most of that. Subsonic Subaru. Remember seaQuest 20? Oh yeah, they had seaQuest 2020, which I have. And then they have seaQuest 2021. Or no, it was like seaQuest 20 or whatever. But yeah, then they have the one that was on Adult Swim. And I have that. And I still watch that sometimes. Yes, both of them are funny. They're good. Whatever. Even the original one at this point is kind of funny. Fall Guy was another good one. A-Team, yeah. Watched A-Team within the past couple years. Oh, anything Monty Python, of course. Time Tunnel was American. Starred James Darren, who played T.J. Hooker in Deep Space Nine, and my beard is everywhere. Okay. Now, it sounds familiar, but I know I didn't watch it. Sledgehammer. Yeah, I caught a couple episodes of that. And then I talked to Sledgehammer on the Scum streams too, so I mean, yeah, that counts. Airwolf. You actually read an article about the Airwolf chopper. How it actually like became a medical chopper for a while, and then it just like broke. Something like that. Oh, I think everybody watched Doogie Howser. I mean, if you didn't, you should. I mean, it was a pretty good show for chillin'. There wasn't much excitement, like little things like, ooh, but you always knew how it was going to end, you know what I mean? But it was a pretty good show for chillin', I would say. What is the last show to feature Gilligan's Island's Lagoon set? Trivia question asked Rob Stooge. The last show to feature Gilligan Island's Lagoon set. I don't know. That sounds like fucking Wilson. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was that, but that's probably long gone by then. What the fuck was that movie? With the Wilson ball, fucking what's his God? I'm so fucking my brain is actually kind of a little bit stoned today. Hello, nurse. Or actually, hold on. If we're going to do that right, we at least got to make the voice sound better. If we're going to do it Animaniac style.
Hello, nurse.
That's a little better. Tom Hanks in Castaway. Thank you, everyone. Just kind of put all that together. Yeah. I would have to guess that, but I have no idea. F Troop says Lock. Are you suggesting? I never watched F Troop. What the fuck? Knew about it. I watched MASH. Watched a lot of MASH growing up. That was funny. Yeah, MASH. Chris Probert currently Farscape is relative to the Puppets. Still watch Farscape repeats. I still watch The Muppet Show. Hogan's Heroes, that was another good one. I watched Roseanne a little bit, but it never kind of got to me. Never really watched Barney Miller. Not the Tom Hanks movie. It was the Larry Sanders Show. That was still around for the Larry Sanders Show. I actually watched the Larry Sanders Show every once in a while. That was on like Showtime, I think. Was it? Or was that did it start on HBO? I know it was on one of them. But I actually used to watch the Larry Sanders Show. Holy shit. God damn, that was around that fucking long. Huh. BJ and the Bear. Never really watched that. MASH, like I said, MASH was Gary Shandling. You watch Gary Shandling, yeah. I watched a couple of those that were on HBO and Showtime. Nothing on Skinamax. None of the regular stuff on Skinamax really interested me except for like porn. HBO, I watched a lot of Deadwood. That was like soap opera in the in the Western time, the early frontier times kind of thing. That was pretty good. Watch Miami Vice every once in a while. Watch Max Headroom. That was good. Street Hawk. I watched Street Hawk within, let's say, the past I think it was this year I watched some Street Hawk a little bit. A couple months ago, I think. On HBO, I was hooked from the Earth to the Moon, an epic miniseries. I don't think I remember that one. Which one of you cocksuckers watched it? Yeah, everybody was a cocksucker in Deadwood. Everything was a cocksucker. Like every fucking thing. It was like how like with Gen X, everything's your mom. Like everything in fucking Deadwood was a cocksucker. It was fucking, that was part of the funny thing. You were just like, because I would take shots every time the word fucking cocksucker. It was cocksucker and some other one. I would take, I would usually do Jack Daniels for cocksucker and Smirnoff vodka for, I forget what the other one was, but yeah, you get fucking just shit-faced playing the fucking shot glass game with that. Watching shows like that. I watched, oh yeah, of course, Stargate, Log Watcher. I watched some Stargate. I watched a couple seasons of it here and there. But I think since I didn't watch it from like the very beginning, it never quite pulled me all the way in, I guess you'd say. Now my boss, on the other hand, he's a fucking Stargate fanatic, seemingly as you. I think I've mentioned that before. No, I would watch the Cosby Show. Good pull, Jack Attack. Kurt, yeah. I would watch the Cosby Show. Why the hell they let him out of jail, I don't know. Alf and the Dinosaurs, I actually watched them not too long ago. Oh yeah, Bungee Skunk. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. I love watching the Muppet Show. Still watch it. Actually, I didn't realize like for the longest time I couldn't find one of my Muppet Show DVDs. And then when I went to get my truck, my Suburban set up to go camping back in May, after I fucking fired it up, went, I wonder what's in here. Opened up I have it's a Panasonic 4600 like BHT or something. Like it's made to play videos of a very specific format, which I'm going to have to figure out what it is for anything new. But I'm going to hit play on it, and it was the fucking Muppet Show. And I went, there's that fucking DVD. Son of a bitch. It was sitting in the truck for like 2 years almost. Probably longer than that, because I think that was in there like, that probably was in there for literally 6 or 7 years. Because I remember I would put that on every once in a while for the longer drives. Go for the turret. Well, for the Muppets, those are uncut. And what the fuck happened to the dinosaurs? It's never rerun anymore. I have all that already. I actually have both of those. All the Muppets I have on DVD and from various source, and I also have all the dinosaurs. I actually watched the dinosaurs within the past year. No heat damage. Yeah, no heat damage. No, none at all. Like I actually watched it in there while I was letting it warm up. Heat of the Night was pretty good. Battlestar Galacta original was pretty good. I watched Eureka a little bit there, Franco. I did watch like a little bit of that, but again, it never quite. I don't know if it did. If it didn't pull me in, I feel like I was busy with life when that was around. I don't know. And yeah, Incredible Hulk was great. Saturday cartoons, but not a cartoon Buck Rogers in the 21st century. Yeah, I was one of the Saturday morning cartoon kids. G.I. Joe, pork chop sandwiches, and all that good stuff. The little robot thing, beady beady beady. Yeah, that was that was not Land of the Lost. That was Lost in Space, wasn't it? Beady beady beady. In the Heat of the Night, the 60s movie adapted into an 80s, 90s show. Yeah, that was good. I might have that as well. As I know at one, Buck Rogers, that's right, it was Buck Rogers, yeah. So I know at one point my dad, like they came to hang out, and I know my dad, like he's not real big on leaving the couch unless he's got to go to work, and then he's whatever. But I downloaded a bunch of those old Maxwell Smart. That was another one I downloaded for him. I was like, here, look, let me just put some stuff on, and that way, if you get bored, you can at least watch stuff you're used to watching. I watched a little bit of Sliders there, Redneck. What do we got here? Wait, who? Asmodeus Bell. Well, I appreciate the follow there, Asmodeus Bell. Welcome. Filmed in Super Mario Nation. Mario? What is Super Mario Nation? What? Men into Space featured William Lundigan and was black and white. Sets were funny. Actors walked slow on moon, hung wires for floating. That's cool. Is that better than Pigs in Space? Speaking of the Muppets, this Pigs in Space was good. Everybody likes Pigs in Space. What's up, S Finer? Just saw you. I don't know. That wasn't too long ago. Let's try to say hi to everybody. T-Birds are go. I watched the Thunderbirds a little bit. I mean, if we're talking cartoons, I think everybody watched fucking Transformers at some point. The original ones, anyway. That was fucking hilarious in the movie. They actually said a cuss word. That was great. What cuss word did they say in the 1986 Transformers movie? Come on. What'd they say? Spaceship! No, they didn't say spaceship. What was said? Haven from Sci-Fi not gonna type. Redneck Atheist says shit. You are correct. And who said it? Space 1999 theme creeps me the fuck out. I do not know why. I watched that. Was that one where they tried to do like like 3D, like real life animation, like trying to do some Unreal 5 shit? Goldbug. Bastard. Nope, not bastard. Yeah, Optimus Prime said shit. Shit. That was about, I think maybe a third of the way through it. Forget something about the Decepticons went down and he actually said shit, and I'm like, really? Alright, that's cool. Crazy, I was about 9 when that came out. YouTube has Space 1999 Marathon sometimes. There's a channel dedicated to it. Yeah, Mr. Bastard. Now that is so bastard to you. Thank you very much. Hey, I missed the top of the hour toast. Let's use this one. Cheers, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out this late. We'll be shutting her down soonish so I can redo OBS. If I get it set up and I think it's working, we'll do a test stream and it may turn into a scum stream. So we'll see. Space 1999, the moon gets flung into outer space due to nuclear waste going boom on it, was live action. Okay, I don't know that one then. Yeah, Golden Girls, I watch that every once in a while. Still watch that every, like on Fridays sometimes. So Space 99 is the opposite of Moonfall, because isn't Moonfall like where like the moon falls into the Earth? Down at Fraggle Rock. Down at Fraggle Rock. Yeah, watch Fraggle Rock too. That was one I had that shit scheduled. Like my parents had to deal with the fact that Fraggle Rock came on at night. I think that's one of the reasons why they finally got a second cable box. Like, I literally think Fraggle Rock was one of the reasons why they got a second cable box. My ad is about to start in 45 seconds on Twitch, just so you know, if you get them. Space 1999 was a Stanley Kubrick. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's where I've heard of that. The Kubrick film. I may have watched that a long time ago. I don't know. I've watched most, I'd say, of Kubrick's films, I think. How about science stuff? Professor Julius Sumner Miller. Don't know that name. Yeah, I watched Pee-wee's Playhouse recently. The Doozers from Fraggle. Oh, I love the fucking Doozers, man. They're little, like, greenish, like, right about this color, too. Yeah, those little dudes were awesome, man. That was part of the fun. Like, the Fraggles would be walking around. I'd be paying more attention to the Doozers. Visually seeing what they're saying and just listening to the conversation, because they could build all kinds of cool shit. Like, I remember watching that going, man, that's like the ultimate in fucking Legos and constructs. Because I had both. I still have Legos and constructs downstairs from when I was a kid. Not all of them, but and most of the constructs, the little hook things are broke. The Dark Crystal, that was a movie. I actually didn't watch Dark Crystal for the first time until a few years ago. Oh, Microsoft Defenders summary. Dismiss. Thank you. And there goes the ad on Twitch. Doozers are the legal equivalent of the Anthill Mob. Yeah, I guess. Oh, yeah, Beetlejuice cartoon. I named, let's see, Rob says, Pee-wee, the Beetlejuice cartoon, and the Ninja Turtles were the must-see shit. Yeah, my first car was named Doomy after, like, Doomie, not D-O-M-E, but Doomie was named after Beetlejuice's car in the Beetlejuice cartoon, because his car was Doomy. It was actually named after that car. I fucking love that cartoon. Watched that recently. Yeah, we watched that. I think we may have watched that when the new Beetlejuice movie came out. I think we watched some of the cartoon. Pole position cartoon. They had a pole position cartoon? Was it trying to cut in on Speed Racer or something? I had some Lincoln Logs too. Never had an Erector set, but I had Lincoln Logs. Like I had a set of Lincoln Logs at some point in my life, and I don't believe I have any of those anymore. My favorite Fraggle was that old MILF one in the cardigan. Oh, she had like didn't she have like bluish hair? Or was that the color? No, she was like kind of gray with bluish. You know, I know exactly who you're talking about. I forget her name. She was kind of like the hippie Fraggle, if I remember right, like kind of hippie. Biker Mice from Mars was the best cartoon ever. Hot Buff Mice, says Boink. I don't think I watched that. I know it existed, but I don't ever think I watched that one. Yeah, I remember watching the Toxie cartoon a couple times. I watched the movies years ago. Mookie? Mookie. Was it Mookie? 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 That's right. Marge Simpson had blue hair. Marge Simpson was awesome too. But yeah, I know who you're talking about. The Monkeys. The Monkeys, the live action, like the Monkeys music thing. Yeah, I watched the Monkeys growing up. Those goofy assholes running around. But it was funny. It was good. Goby, Mookie, Wembley, Boober, and Red. Okay, there we go. Well, that's the show that had two cats fly an F-14 Tomcat. What? What show had two cats flying a Tomcat? That might be worth watching. What are you looking at there, Zen? Who are you replying to? Let us know. The original Superman TV show was one of my favorites. My dad would watch that too every once in a while if he could find it. The woman that played Lois Lane made an appearance in the first Superman movie with Christopher Reeves. Oh, no shit, did he? Wildcat. Okay, Wildcats? Okay. Wild. Let me write that down. Let me watch that Friday. Wild Cats. Let me put next to it that it was Zen. In case it sucks, I can ridicule him for the rest of his life. Watched Airwolf within the past year. Subsonic says two cats fly F-14s with crazy weapons. Fucking fair enough. All right. Don't think you can really go wrong with that. George Reeves, yeah, that was the OG Superman. It's a fucking shame. Like, turns out he was kind of an asshole, alcoholic, and all this shit. But the show was cool. Giggity giggity.
Shut up, Meg.
Yeah. Watch Family Guy stuff. I watch Seth MacFarlane stuff all the time. SWAT cats. Perfect. Don't give them any ideas. Remember, I'm outnumbered here. I can't say that too loud. I watched King of the Hill last night. Is that when we were watching that? There, little Jim. I mean, not that you know, but I think I was watching that last night. Or last week, something like that. I don't know. Roadhouse. I watched that probably 10 years ago. Good movie. Family Guy makes fun of it quite well. Roadhouse. Watched Doctor Strangelove Kubrick. Oh, the Coob. Okay, I'll write that down. I might have that. Scooby-Doo, not Scrappy's an asshole. God, I gotta tell you. Strange Love, Kubrick. All right. I may have, like, I used to watch a lot of Kubrick films when I was really young, but I'll see if I can pull that up. Chips, yeah, watched that in the past few years. Roadhouse. Oh my God, Cop Rock. I watched that once and then went, what the fuck was that? Oh my God, Cop Rock. Oh my Jesus. You're crazy. Fucking Cop Rock. Jesus Christ. Same idea as Weird Science. 3D modeling computer with enough energy, power becomes real. Okay. Weird Science was a good movie. I mean, at least all the guys liked it, you know. Well, I guess some of the guys, I guess, depending on what you're into. But what was her name in Weird Science? I feel like I heard her name spoken within the past 48 hours. I feel like Rob would know instantly the chicken Weird Science for some reason because I know Rob really digs some of them 80s movies chicks. Lana Kendrick and Tesser Fowler did some of Scooby-Doo cosplay videos. Interesting. Greatest American Hero. I've watched that sort of recently. Kelly LeBrock. Oh yeah, Kelly LeBrock. That's it. Yeah. Damn, Rob. You're fucking out of it. Nah, don't even worry. Don't pay attention. That's cool, man. We're just, you know, we're just trying to relax, do our thing. You're not even fucking paying attention. Don't worry, we got it covered. Kelly LeBrock. You go back to sleep, buddy. Fucking wish you. Kelly LeBrock, yeah, she was is she still around? What is she doing now? Kelly LeBrock, and what was the one, the chick that Peter on Family Guy got the cardboard cutout of? What was her name? She was the other one from the 80s. Like just before like Pamela Anderson came out, they were like, she was another one of the ultra hotties. Yeah, McKelly LeBrock was one, whatever her name is. I just remember the Family Guy thing of him falling in love in the cardboard cutout of her in a swimsuit. Heather Locklear, look at C2S on the ball. Yeah, Heather Locklear, yep. Redneck, yep, okay. Yeah, Heather Locklear, that was another one. That was, everyone was looking after. If we're talking films, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, another good one there, little Jim. Watched that a couple years ago, I think. Cindy Crawford, yeah. I had a couple Playboys with Cindy Crawford when I was younger. Boy, did those things get used a lot. Cindy Crawford, boy. Kathy Ireland. Yeah, Kathy Ireland. That's another one. Yep. One of them 80s hotties. Mm-hmm. No, I think Crawford, I think she was a centerfold on one of them Playboys and one of the ones I had. Maybe. Oh, Kathy Ireland was the cutout. Okay. Well, either way, yeah, we're bringing up all the old schoolers there. Oh boy, Peter falls in love with a cutout of Kathy Ireland. Yeah, there you go. That was a funny fucking episode. Kathy Ireland sold clothes through Kmart. Yeah, there's another one that toilet's been flushed. I used to work in a Kmart. I worked at a Little Caesars inside a Kmart. We've talked about that. I used to make the crazy bread like fucking super ultra mega cheesy, buttery, sopping, crispy, fucking delicious mess. Samantha Fox, yes. Samantha Fox. Sissy Spacek. Why does that not sound familiar? Like, it sounds familiar, but I can't bring that to my brain. Pizza, pizza. Oh, yeah, pizza, pizza. Hey, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. A fucking square pizza is, like, why is that not the fucking standard? Like, they are absolutely spot on. Their thick crust pizza, like, their nice thick crust pizza was fucking fluffy, crispy, layered out, nice and just thick and awesome, and it filled the fucking box. I don't understand why that's not the standard. It's the whole 8 hot dog buns and 10 hot dogs thing. Like, nobody can, like, they just can't fucking figure it out. Like, straight up, like, Little Caesars had really fucking good pizza. You got the whole box worth, and their deep dish shit was fucking great. It was really good. A square pizza could totally fill an oven too, and that's the thing. The only problem with that is filling the whole oven. Like, you got to watch that you get the heat on top too. Which, I mean, obviously, if you put it on the pan, that'll help. But anyway, was the Noid the Pizza Hut troll? Now that was I thought that was Domino's Pizza, or was it Pizza Hut? I thought the Noid was Domino's Pizza. I had a fucking little Noid thing in my. It was funny. I worked for at another point later in life. I was delivering pizzas for another Little Caesars, totally unrelated to the Kmart thing. But I actually had a Noid in. Yeah, I had a Domino's Noid on my dashboard, even though I worked for Little Caesars. My boss was pissed off, but he couldn't really do anything. Throws a slice at Scruff. No, I'm definitely hungry. I picked up Chinese food last night. I have beef and broccoli with white rice waiting for me. I actually have some out. I ate some before before the show, but I just kind of left it sitting there. What the fuck is the Noid? The Noid was this goofy looking. He kind of like, the best way to describe him was he was basically a meth head. Okay, well, okay. So, got a facial structure. I'd say he's about a 50-year-old meth head. And the girl from Bob's Burger. Oh, is it not Tina? Is it Tina? Not Tina. Tina's the older one with the bunny head. The bunny ears, like hat thing. So, like, he wore this red suit after doing lots of meth for at least on a 5-year bender. Like a red spandex suit. And he would just like go around fucking up your pizza orders. Like, he was just there to fuck up your pizza. But he was like, they beat the Noid and shit. It's kind of a gremlin, total crackhead. Yeah. What's up, Renex? Oh no, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, huge slam on. Come on, like, come on, Ren? Do you remember the Noid? I mean, tell me I'm wrong. Is that dude not like a 50-some-year-old fucking meth head that's been on a bender for a while? Like, come on. Like, really think about that. I'm fucking spot on if you were around during the Noid times. For some reason, I feel like you were. I feel like having knowledge that you were probably around during the Noid days, but I can't remember precisely. Back in the day, Little Caesars had the two pizza and long. Oh yeah, pizza. Oh yeah, the Noid was not. See, Renex remembers. Like, he was a fucking meth. He was a meth head before the meth heads knew they were meth heads. Like, he wasn't, like, back then he was more of a, like, we would call him a crackhead, but I think meth head is a little more accurate now that we have we can look into the future and have a better comparison. But yeah, he was a goofy motherfucker. Funny, but goofy. But yeah, I had a fucking thing on. Yeah, actually, here, I'll pull them up for you. Here, I'll do that. Here. I won't be the dick thing like I do to some people. And they say, "What's this?" And I go to let me Google that for you, the website. And then I send them the link, and they go, "Oh, fucking ha." And I'm like, "Hey, you know what? Fair enough." Let's see. Yeah, I'll just show a picture so I don't get fucking hit. God, look at crackhead. So yeah, here's the Noid. Like I said, he looks like a fucking... Good zoom. Good zoom. Good zoom, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. All right. Can we go? Jesus Christ, what are you doing? Like, he looks like a fucking 50-year-old meth head. My God. The... Woo. Oh, fuck it. So, yeah, he's a 50-year-old meth head who just wants to fuck with your pizza. Wow, this is all the commercial. Yeah, we're not going to go through all 7 minutes of commercials. But we'll keep it on 20. But yeah, this is the Noid, just so you know, and this is a Nostalgia Cat channel. Can't see it because of the cropping, but that's Nostalgia Cat. So we'll watch that one. Appreciate that. But yeah, that's the Noid. That's our meth head. He just doesn't like pizza. He's just an asshole. Oh, yeah, 420 somewhere. Cheers, everybody. The Noid was a crackhead jester pissed off that his pizza didn't get there in 30 minutes or less. Oh, that was the big thing. Okay, 30 minutes or less. Yeah. He was just a derp. He looks like a perv there. Well, I mean, you never know. You never know. Is Frank out? Franco Walker is rolling. We will go to 33% franked. Now we're going a little long today. I guess we'll go for a few more minutes and then I'm going to go get something to eat and then sort out this OBS reconfiguration. And actually with that on Twitch, I applied again for the beta to go 1440 so I can dual stream at full resolution, as full as I can on Twitch because they're still limiting your fucking bitrate, whatever. But I'm going to turn on enhanced streaming on the Twitch thing on OBS, which should allow me to do, at the very least, a 1080 stream and maybe a 936 stream and a 720 stream as well. So I can do multi-stream from source to help people if they don't want to watch it at full bitrate, which it's fucking 7.5K anyway. I think that's pretty lightweight. But anyway. Whatever, I'll probably talk about that more as I learn it more and figure it out. Well, I'm not gonna play another commercial there, boink. But thank you. Delta Mike's never heard of the Noid before. Yeah, he was pretty fucking popular over here. I'm surprised it didn't somehow carry out. Like, yeah, one of the pictures here, like, there you can find plushies of them and shit. But I had a little, like, rubbery fucking dashboard thing stuck. Things stuffed of them, stuffed on my dashboard. Close all this here. I just got a gift sub? What? I'm now subbed to Young Weed. Oh, no shit. I'm now subbed to Young Weedo. I got a gift sub. Young Weedo, that's funny. As some of the viewers called him, we were on a Kill a Mic raid whenever this dude called Young Weedo on Twitch. He was sitting there, I guess his AC was broke or something, and then the next day, he was just sitting there playing Scum, smoking weed, just sweating because it was hot in there. And like the next day, we're like, yeah, that guy that smokes weed and sweats was fucking funny. Like, that's funny. Okay. So I thought, like, I got one here, but no, I got gifted a sub to his channel. That's cool. I'll have to stop by there later. The Noid was Claymation 2, which was big in the 90s. Yeah, funny you bring that up, Rob, dude. You know, a couple years ago, for like friends and family, I put together a Christmas playlist of just Christmas stuff that played for like 12 hours. That way, if you wanted to like bring it up, something to watch all day. And I had the Claymation Christmas in there, thinking, oh man, that was a classic from growing up. Not really remembering much about it. But boy, oh fucking boy, I did not remember how holy shit Bible thumping fucking Claymation Christmas was. Boy, there was all kinds of Jesus praying stuff in that. It was fucking like, whoa, what is going on? Huh. But it was really weird. seeing all that like hardcore fucking like pushing Jesus like agenda level shit built into that. It was fucking weird. Like if you ever get a chance to watch the Claymation Christmas, like I think I deleted it. It was like, what the fuck? But yeah, just putting that out there. It's just like shit you don't pick up on with until you go back and watch it later and you're like, whoa, what just fuck just happened? Yeah, that's a anyway. I mean, it's little Jesus baby birthday. Well, yeah, I get that, but like it was like very off-putting. Like, oh god. That's like Veggie Tail level Jesus Krispies. Yeah, it's interesting how some cartoons really slip that fucking agenda stuff in there, and you go back and watch later, and you're like, whoa. Today at my local grocery store, they were playing the 80s I Bless the Rains Down in Africa song, which is now ruthlessly stuck in my head. At least they had good bread, so it wasn't a Toto loss. Oh, that was a little bit of a lengthy one, Jack Attack, but all right. I remember, yeah, Weasel Box was there. That's right, as a matter of fact. We were all just like laughing, just like, what the fuck? Like, that's right, you were there. Jesus Christ. It was weird. Oh my God. I don't, like I said, I think I may have deleted it. It was just that. And I went back and a bunch of us watched Reading Rainbow. Like, I think it was like one of the first Reading Rainbows. And that was just really boring. I think I need to go back and try to watch like way later into the seasons to see if it ever got more exciting. But like I can watch Mr. Wizard, and that's not like excitement per se, but it's funner to watch some like old ass Mr. Wizard than it was to watch like fucking Reading Rainbow. But like I remember that being fun when I was a kid, but maybe it's obviously just not fun now. But you try to go for that nostalgia thing and it just wasn't fucking there. Don't fuck with Reading Rainbow LeVar. Oh no, he's absolutely the man. But I think, you know, that whole when you watch the first season of something that's been like, you know, like Simpsons, go watch the first season of The Simpsons and then go watch it now. It has fucking evolved. I'm pretty sure starting at season 1, episode 1 was probably just like they hadn't found their groove yet. That's why I think I need to go like watch that somewhere farther down the line. Like maybe like no shit, like season 5, season 10. Mr. Wizard was odd the way he handled kids all the time. Well, back in that day, like it was fine to hands on shoulders and all that stuff. That was just kind of how that worked. Like he wasn't weird with them. I think that's one of those things where actions of the times just kind of look odd now. And really, the only reason they look odd is because there's just a lot more weirdos nowadays that we got to worry about. So you can't trust anybody. Fuck. Well, I think we are a little old for their target audience of Reading Radar. Well, yeah, a little bit there, C2S, but I was just, like I said, I was hoping for some sort of nostalgic thing, but it was just like, huh? But, yeah, well, I'll try that again later. Wheels, it was corny, yeah. Please don't get the Reading Rainbow song stuck in my head. I'm not even going to, because it'll get stuck in mine, too. Now you went further with arms and tickling and all. I don't know. I don't think he was a weirdo, but I mean, who knows? Captain Kangaroo. Yeah, I watched a little bit of Captain Kangaroo and shit. What was the one? God, what was the one? What was the thing that had Chessie in it? Like the Chesapeake Monster thing. Was that like a news thing or was that a fucking TV show? I feel like there's obviously only a person or two that might remember that because if it was like a Maryland only thing, because I think it was on PBS, but they had Chessie the Sea Monster and something else. It was like Captain Somebody and Chessie the Sea Monster. Because apparently there's a sea monster out in the harbor, which at this point is us. But, that or, you know, all the bodies floating around. Watch Rainbow from UK. Where? Romper Room? I remember Romper Room there, Renex. I watched that a couple times. Wasn't the chick, wasn't the lady like kind of hot or something like that? I don't know why that pops into my head. Sounds like an LSD trip. Everything was a good LSD trip. Sigma in the sea monster. Let me see something here. TV. You might be thinking of Sigmund, the friendly sea monster from the children's television. Nah, I think it might have been a local news thing that Chessie the sea monster was on. I feel like it may have been a local news thing. Captain Captain Chesapeake? Sounds pretty fucking correct. Why wouldn't this like pull that up? Yeah, that was Captain Chesapeake. Yeah, that's what it was. Morning show on in Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, okay. Okay. And why I put in Chessie the Sea Monster and it didn't give me that. Am I remembering did they call it something other than Chessie? As far as I know, it was Chessie. Chessie! Blah blah blah. Son, Captain Chesapeake. Mondi? Mondi. Really? Moanby? A local version of the Loch Ness Monster, not to be confused with Chessie, a legendary sea monster of the Chesapeake Bay. Mondi was played by, oh, it was, okay, so it was Mondi the sea monster, and Chessie's the actor. I thought they called that one Chessie. Oh, all right. Well, we got that figured out. All right, thanks. Thank you for that. That would explain why that didn't bob up. All right. Moose from You Can't Do That on Television was a total cutie. I don't know. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of Nickelodeon. That was actually one of the shows I would make sure I was able to watch. Especially when the new ones came out. Everybody getting slimed. Which, as far as I know it, I mean, it kind of just looked like chunky ass oatmeal. But either way, like, it was not great. It is 8:32 and I am still fucking talking. All right. I'm going to do one final little toast here, a little cheers, and then I'm going to go get something to eat and then get to work on this shit here. So, let's do one more thing with Jabberjaw the shark and Mannequin the movie, which is just fucking weird when you start to think about it. This guy wanted to fuck a piece of plastic, but you know what? I've watched videos of guys that wanted to literally and have fucked their own car. I guess a mannequin's a little bit better. So, on that note, cheers to everybody that lasted this fucking long. Boy. Batteries Not Included was a good movie. Although I still think one of the best movies from back then was The Last Starfighter. Definitely my favorite movie for a long time when I was growing up. Watched it recently. But, alright. It's time for me to get out of here, get something to eat, completely blow out my fucking OBS and reset it up. Trying to figure out how to do the soundtrack thing. Do a little test stream, maybe play some Scum. Or actually, you know what? No. If I do that, you know what? Fuck. Why don't we do that? when I come back, we'll do the test stream, and then we'll play some Portal. We'll play some Portal with RTX. That's the original Portal. We'll play some Portal for a little while. I can chill with some Portal. I love some thinking ass games. Are we off? Well, everybody's a little bit off, but you know. In Drive Beyond Horizon, the game, there's a certain light that can be added to a tailpipe that has lips. Oh, that's great. You can put a flashlight on your tailpipe. Nice. That's perfect game. But yeah, we'll play Portal. So I'll probably be back in, I'd say it'll probably be about an hour and a half. That'll give me time to eat, chill, get this reset up. It'll probably be about 10 o'clock my time. You can see right there, it's 8:30 now. So something like that. And we'll dick around, make sure everything works, and then play some Portal for a little while. So, all right. On that note, I'll talk to some of you later on. Appreciate everybody hanging out this evening. And it'll probably be a fairly last second-ish thing, and it probably won't be anything special. I'm not going to do anything like a special thumb or anything. It'll just be some standard stuff. Anyway, I'll see y'all then. And hope you had a good time. Good evening. If you did, click buttons. You know what to do. And I'll talk to you soon. So, be groovy to each other. And I am out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.